Welcome, everyone, to Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans. Featured right here on the TNI network, and I don't usually do this anymore. So what am I doing? This
Total Nonstop Impact. You're doing a great fucking job, Trey. Keep it going.
Why am I doing J-Bone's job for him?
This
is J-Bone's job now.
J-Bone's job.
This is your job.
When you're here, it's still your job.
I'm you know what? I'm gonna back J-Bone on this, actually. Yeah. So sorry to do this live on air, but I'm gonna go ahead and stab you right in the front on air. You're running this, Trey.
I ain't doing shit. I don't work here anymore.
It's old time's sake, man. Old time's sake.
Look, Slammiversary.
Look, you got a holy poop emoji from Justin, and he thought it was Veer at first. That's probably is Veer shit or is he good? I don't know. Paul Nelson, I know what you're broing, Paul. I was shocked too. I was like, Jay, what the fuck is Trent doing here, and how do we get him out of here?
The Veer hype seems to have calmed down a lot, huh? The Veer hype
has he had more than a couple of matches, or?
I just am not hearing as much. I feel like
it kind of got messed up when people realized he was shorter than Rey Mysterio. You know, it's
is he really?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Because there's a deceptive like Schwarzenegger and Stallone look gigantic, but they're 5'8".
Yeah.
It's always like the joke with that. Like they're not that tall.
Hey, Trent, let me ask you a question. Strange segue, but why is it that people who are on the shorter side always know all the famous celebrities that are the same height as them?
Dude, because like it's like sympathy through that. Like I'm 5'7.5". Okay, I am
and a half.
Like I'm gonna take the half, and fucking if I know that Stallone is 5'8", I'm gonna take that. Like that's my guy. Okay, I don't have much else, man.
Well, you now you have Veer, who is literally dude. It's like they copied you and then shaved a few of the years off.
True, but he cannot be like, dude. I got it this weekend. I was at a show in Milwaukee.
Well, of course.
And I walk up and dude's like, "Hey, Veer's here, dude." You know, like
I would love to hear a quick rundown for old time's sake of the boys hanging out at a wrestling show in Milwaukee. That's
we didn't go to the show together. I met him up for a quick dinner before the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just catching up.
I bought J-Bone a shirt from Eric Young when he had him at AAW, and I forgot to bring it the last time we hung out 2 weeks ago. And he yelled at me and he said, "If you don't drive this up here today, I'm going to publicly humiliate you." So I said, I have to drive out of my way, and I'm going this way in Wisconsin, but I have to drive out of this way to deliver you a shirt. And but I will say, J-Bone did offer to buy my dinner. I wouldn't let him do it. I did offer. I said no. I said
what
you
a
don't
sweet
have
guy.
To. I said your kid deserves that. Your kid deserves those poutine fries. What did he? All he had was fries. Ooh. I couldn't believe a growing boy. All he had was chili fries. I was shocked.
I mean, chili fries are huge, bro.
It was a small order. It was small.
Yeah, it was a really small order. I'm like, because I didn't see really what he ordered, and I was like, what the heck? I'm like, but we had a larger meal actually at the mall, like 3 hours prior.
Yeah.
So, but then I was like, I'll just order just a very small meal when we see Trent. And told Eric, I'm like, just order whatever you're, ice cream, snack, whatever. Just,
Look,
always order ice cream.
I don't know why I'm here. Okay, Mark, I don't know why I'm even doing this.
I know why you're here because I said, dude, okay, you got to watch this show. It's fucking.
I did watch it. It was phenomenal. I got to say, Slam 20 was fantastic. Yeah, I got fucking emotional at one point. It was
I did too.
Dude, when the AMW music hit, I fucking lost it. That was it,
Well, and that's the thing, right? We needed, like, J-Bone is a longtime Impact fan, but he's come and gone. I'm a longtime Impact fan, but I was gone for a huge chunk of time.
Yeah.
You are literally a day one guy. It has to mean even more to you to watch the show. And I think that's why you had to be on this show.
Oh,
I mean, like, yeah, like Justin is like,
wow,
fucking $20 super chat. Thank you, Justin. Fucking
Justin.
Homie.
I get $20 for showing up. This is like validation. I want to know what Justin does for a living. I mean, because this $20 this is some love or this is some frivolous spending.
He builds rooms onto the treehouse.
Well, I get that from him every Smash show.
What a guy.
No, I'm
Justin, what do you do for a living, Justin? I need to know. I want to do what you do for a living, Justin. I need to know what's going on in the Justin Miller household. I need to know that. But anyway,
and Punk Tracy also
look
for
at
the cheers on
look.
Twitch. Thank you, sir. Slowpoke dropping in with
these
these
guys
cheers.
keeping our Twitch alive,
Dude,
guys.
look at this. Yeah, I know the Twitch gang is very loyal. They're a small crew now, but they're still really loyal. Gotta love the Twitchers.
Look who's here. Violet's here. Yeah, look at that, huh? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's nice to see you too.
This, I mean, Trent, I know you're not really into reviewing current Impact anymore. Personally, I still love doing the pay-per-views because the pay-per-views.
I miss the throwbacks,
right? Yeah, well, and we've got something brewing that. yeah, we've got something that we're starting next week, and then we'll announce the official announcement with what's going to happen later this week. But we're just about ready. You know, we've been talking about it for a long time, but we do have something done. But yeah, I mean, I felt like this is really you're the perfect person. And then Bill will probably drop in later after he's at tapings, of course, right now. So, you know, the two of you guys are day one guys. J-Bone and I can fill in the gaps with the banter, but it's important that, you know, the show's for you guys.
Oh yeah. I'm even rocking my old school AJ Styles t-shirt here. Look at that.
Nice.
Definitely some real big highlights on this one. Okay. Yeah. Like I gotta say, like it's like one of those ones, like if I could turn back time, like Cher, you know, I would definitely maybe go back in time and go to the show, but c'est la vie. But
Anna, thank you so much for the super sticker.
Yeah. It was no splatter, AJ. I don't have that. I never got that shirt.
Does anybody have that?
I don't know if anybody I know
anybody in chat.
That. Does anybody have the splatter t-shirt? I don't think so. It was such a bad seller.
But, thank you, Anna. I got some love too. I know Trent. Whenever I pop on, like nobody even notices. Trent's here.
This is what I do at with the family too. Like I don't like show up at all. My sister would like go to everything, be involved, and like the other happy she's there. But when I don't go to shit. But when I show up, they're like, "Oh my god, look who came! Oh,
fucking Trent.
Here's $20, you know, just for hanging out. You know, like it was amazing. Got to make it."
And Mark needs to show up a lot more often. I'll tell you why. Actually, Trent informed us earlier today where the show on audio was charting. Trent, tell them where they charted.
We charted on iTunes in Vietnam and the Philippines. Look at that,
love excellent pronunciation. Yes, we're charting all over the place again. So, hey, that is a testament, though, to the regular Thursday crew of Front Row Bill, the Bone Daddy, and our Knockout Alicia. Like, they've held down the Thursday show, which is still and always will be the anchor show for this channel. You're about to see us branch out into some stuff outside of wrestling and just give it a shot. And we hope that you join us and have a good time with it like we're hoping to do. But we'll always be an Impact show first, right? So, you know.
Hey, I got to say, Justin is a manager at Casey's. I forgot about that. Some of the best goddamn pizza you will ever have is at a Casey's. I swear to you. Underrated pizza, right, Justin? The pizza is what you guys are known for. But yeah, so pick up a Casey's pizza. Now,
I like Slowpoke's call here.
I like it. This is it. This was it. Jay, get on it. The splatter, the AJ splatter shirt, TNI logo. This is it.
Oh boy,
we got
that's money.
We have money. We have no. It writes itself.
Yeah, that's money.
It writes itself. All right, we're gonna do Slam 2020, and we're not gonna go too long because you guys watched a long pay-per-view yesterday. There's a lot to do.
But man, did it fly by! The pacing of this show was my god, perfectly paced.
Top notch pacing. Everything was placed in the right spot. I think from the pre-show through the main. You know how you could tell? I'll tell you exactly how you could tell a show is placed right. If the crowd, after all that, still has the energy to stand on their feet and go nuts at the main event, that you know that you did not wear them out throughout the show. You give them perfect highs and lows. Yeah. It was a perfectly booked show. I have one match I think probably missed the boat match wise for me, but we'll get to that. But as far as show, I think it was a perfect show.
Yeah, pacing wise was just incredible. I thought it was the strength of the show. Before I knew it, we had 3 matches left to go, and it was just the blink of an eye and nonstop it was like a constant high with highs above that. So peaks and peaks, not peaks and valleys, just peaks and peaks.
Peaks and peaks.
Yeah.
I got to say this too. Everybody looked great. I think everybody brought their A game. The whole roster, from the commentary team to the French commentary team to ring announcing. Yeah. Everybody looked great. I also want to give a shout out to, did you guys catch the guy? There was a guy sitting behind Hannah.
Yes.
With the little sign that said like 1-900, 909, 9900, flying Elvises. Like he had the fucking subtle signs. That's my boy Smudge, Lucas Smudge. That's my guy. Me and Bill know him. That dude is shit.
He had a bunch of different signs. I saw him.
Dude, he was like, you just slip him in. You know, he was great. Smudge is the shit. If you ever see Smudge, he always has a WCW hat at every wrestling show. The dude's awesome. He's a professional DJ. In real life, that's what he does for a living. Guy's the shit. So say what's up to Smudge, you ever see him. But
WCW, they're that company that was around for like a few years less than Impact, right?
Yeah, exactly. 20 years, I gotta say, is like, it's something that it's crazy. It's like, that's crazy. This is the company. I can tell you from day one days, they literally, like, that was no joke how they were like saying, like, people said wouldn't be around 6 months. I swear to you, like, everybody was like, it won't last. It won't last. It won't make the joke was it won't make it through the summer. It won't make it to back to school because
go ahead.
It started at the we got $10.
Yeah, from Bells. Thank you, Bells boy. Thank you. $10 super chat says, for Uncle Mark and J-Bone dressing like brothers tonight. I got the feels right now. Oh, who invited Veer?
Hey,
Veer's always welcome. He just doesn't love us anymore.
Are you guys? Is Bells a brother? Is he one of the brothers? Is he on the brother crew? Because he likes how you guys are dressed like Bloods and Crips, apparently.
Oh, we are. Yeah, we're repping.
You guys are gangbanging like fucking. Look at you two.
J-Bone, come on, man.
Mark,
I'm 48, fat, bald, and white. I don't know shit
Mark,
about gang signs.
If you saw
here's my gang sign. All right,
the clean cut neighborhood we had a Culver's in on Saturday with J-Bone. There's no way there's any gang affiliation with this man, okay?
I'll trust you, Veer.
This was clean. Average age in the Culvers was 62. You know, like, this was clean.
Right. Right. Yeah. I had to squeeze past all the old people to get to the corner booth so we could all, sit together. And there I am up at the camp.
Hi, I'd like a 4-piece chicken tender with fries. I'd like a Diet Pepsi, and I get that at the counter over there. Oh, okay, thank you very much. Eric, did you order? What did you? Really? Chili cheese fries again? I swear to God, Eric, you're not driving home with me.
That's. I gotta say, Jay.
I thought you said boofing. I'm like, what the fuck were you boofing in a wrestling show?
I gotta say, those chicken tenders did not look like they were worth $10, J-Bone. I gotta say, I was very disappointed. But I got a chicken cashew salad that was basically cashews with a side of fucking salad. I don't know what I don't know, J-Bone. Where are you taking me?
That salad was nuts.
It had more goddamn cashews on it than fucking lettuce. Weird. Anyway, controversial take from
That's not controversial. I'm with him, Terrence. Hard to Kill, greater than Slam. I enjoyed Hard to Kill more too.
But controversial.
This was a different type of show, right? I actually wouldn't compare them head to head because this was a nostalgia show. So it was totally different. This was such a feel good show. I think Hard to Kill was a better wrestling show, but neither one was bad.
How about this? Everybody in the chat, which one did you like better, Hard to Kill or Slam?
Or did you like Rebellion better if you're some kind of weirdo?
Yeah, give some love to Rebellion.
Nobody's giving Rebellion this year any love, man. It was
Under Siege, anyone?
Under Siege. Hey,
that was a good show.
Under Siege was an excellent show. Actually, in my opinion, the only show that's been even kind of a letdown all year so far has been Rebellion. Every other show has met my expectations.
Interesting. Well, let's jump in. We had a pre-show and paper. We're going to blaze through it. And then everybody, while we do it, go ahead and give your opinion on each match in the chat. I want full engagement today. Feel free to sound off any feedback. If you got to shit on something, shit on it. I want to hear everybody's honest opinions.
Use the super chat if you're going to shit on it, and I'll read it real loud.
Yeah. He'll do that too. But yeah, feel free to go off on something or compliment it, whatever. So let's do that. All right.
There's another Hard to Kill.
Pre-show featured the digital media match with Rich Swann and Brian Myers, who wasn't the champion but came out with the belt. And then also had the reverse battle royal. So we'll start with the digital media title. Nothing too crazy. A standard Swann, a standard TV match. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Just
what I thought too.
Standard TV match. Yeah, I feel like it was perfectly placed. Did not have any place on the main show. Digital media only.
Gave you a belt on the pre-show, which is always a nice to have. I think that's kind of cool.
I think you still should have put it on Myers because he has a better social media presence.
Agreed. The fact that I love Swann, but the fact that he's holding the digital media title is a joke. Come on.
I mean, they make fun of it, right? He's like, you don't even have Twitter, you know? Like,
yeah.
So it's true. I mean, it's kind of a joke. This should not be a long reign. Like, you need to get it on somebody who has a big presence.
His wife, who lives in a different universe, does have social media.
Yeah, so give it to her then. You let her have it.
She's not doing anything anyways, right?
Yeah, she got a baby, man. She's got a little demon to take care of.
Oh,
so that was standard match. The reverse battle royal. Let's spend a few minutes on this one. Okay. I
want J-Bone to tell us who was in it because he knows. J-Bone's really good at that.
I didn't. I saw a couple clips. I saw a clip of what the hell? Oh, Sinister Minister coming down with
Slash,
the hell's his
baby.
name?
Slash.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I saw that clip.
Okay. All right.
So
Well, Trent,
and that's about it.
Okay. Well, Trent, should we go over that real quick then?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Right.
I'm trying to see if I have it listed here. It's not listed on the official.
Okay. Well, I'll just kind of give a little setup that.
Go ahead.
And, I think Scott D'Amore built the bridge nicely here, right? We know as Impact fans that the LOL TNA crew is going to be all in on hating on the reverse battle royal. So Impact leaned hard into it. D'Amore acknowledged that. They set it up perfect. This match was exactly what I wanted it to be. I honestly wasn't looking forward to it at all, but they booked it for the perfect amount of time. They kept it short and sweet, and it was just full of and silliness. They set up one legitimate storyline during the course of this battle royal. Battle royal. Reverse battle royal, sorry. But outside of that, it was just fun and nostalgia for longtime fans. Picking out faces was half the fun of this match.
Yeah. I like that it was one. It got all the other people on the show. It got them all working. They were all there.
Like Bhupinder was in there, and Shogun was there, and
Shogun's there. Raj is in there. Chase Stevens, freaking David Young made a return.
David Young
is in this.
David Young.
Yes.
And David Young almost won the damn deal.
Yeah, he was down to the end.
Yeah, so the fight. Trent, do you want to cover like the high points during the match or any particular spots? Or
let me do this. Let me give you all the participants.
Oh, you found me perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So you got Shark Boy, Bhupinder, Gujar, Chase Stevens, Chris Bay, David Young, Johnny Swinger, Mike Jackson, 72-year-old Mike Jackson, Raj Singh, Shira Slash from the New Church, Steve Macklin, and Zicky Dice. So, Mark, talk about the storyline that came out of it. Start with that.
So the one storyline that we get here is we get some serious wrestling between two participants in particular, Chris Bay and Steve Macklin. Which I did feel like when I saw everybody coming out, like Macklin marched out first, no stopping, no pause, all business, tag him and bag him, marched down to the ring and got in. Other people were like, hey, high-fiving the crowd and dancing because they all came out at once. Macklin was not fucking having that because he's Macklin. So him and Bay had a great sequence on the apron where they did some really nice stuff. And then was it a double elimination at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Did they both hit the floor at the same time? Mm-hmm. So there we know is what's next for both of these guys. Chris Bay in particular has needed a real highlight feud ever since he joined Bullet Club. It's cool that he's a member, but he hasn't had kind of like a premier feud. And with Macklin's on the rise right now, I think this is great for Bay. I don't imagine he'll probably come out the victor unless we see some skeezy Bullet Club stuff, which is cool if that happens. I'm fine with that, but it's the spotlight Bay needs right now. So that's the one canon storyline I think we're going to see coming out of this Reverse Battle Royal.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool. Macklin grows on me all the time. I'm a big fan of the whole front towards enemy thing. I don't know why that looks cool. That should be a t-shirt, but it's not. But it's
critical Sting hits it. The growth of Macklin has been remarkable. It really has.
We were not big fans initially. We were kind of like,
I'm still not a fan of the character.
Oh, I was.
Jay liked him. Jay off the
was.
bat.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, this is cheesy, you know. But the dude, he gets it, and I
He
like
can fucking go, man.
Yeah, he's an intense son of a bitch, man.
Yeah, I still don't love the character. To me, it's still really bland and boring. However, his in-ring is just fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, he is really turned up on a notch. Yeah, thank you, Justin. Another one. Swinger not winning.
Super Chat says the only thing I didn't like, Swinger not winning. I'm with you, Justin. That final 3, I thought it was going to be Swinger.
So Nate Webb was in this, J-Bone, aka J-Bone. It was in this, was in the verse battle royal also. You know what? And I didn't name him because here's the joke of this. Our boy Penzer botched the intro, and he never said Nate Webb. He said Bhupinder Singh twice or something. So he didn't say Nate Webb, but Nate Webb was in the match, and he's not even listed on Cage Match with it, which sucks.
You're giving him his due right now, though.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody has to, anybody have a Cage Match membership or whatever, login, please correct it because he definitely was in the match.
Give us a rundown of what Spider Nate Webb did in the match, Trent.
He what did he do? I'm trying to remember. What was his highlight?
Well, while you're thinking of that, just so people know, that was not me. Because apparently there's some people out there that think that I look like Spider Nate Webb.
So. You do, including Sami Callihan. But it was cool to see that. I wish he got announced, but let me see if it's on him. I'm just curious. Like, it didn't even make his Cage Match, did it? No, it didn't. Which is a tragedy. So hopefully it can get edited in. Please, somebody fix that for him. But anyway. A lot of names in there. That was pretty cool. I thought that was it's fun to see all these guys going there. Now, when it came down to the end, it was Swinger and Shark Boy at the end of it, and fun back and forth. Swinger thought he won because he took Shark Boy out, but Shark Boy then the ref was like, "No, you have to pin him. You're the last 2 in here," and then Sharky won with the stunner. So
what does he call it? The deep sea.
Deep sea dive. What the hell is it called?
The deep
DSD, right? Deep sea
drop.
Drop. That's a deep sea drop. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. And Sharky winning was fucking awesome because he's been on TV lately too. So you've got that tiny thread into the program, right? Small as it may be. Like, I'm guessing that he's at tapings. So
yeah. Now Mike Jackson did the Around the World on the guardrail.
Crazy with Shira, right? With
Shira. Yeah. You know, and I love the intelligence of that. You get the thickest, biggest guy and protect him with. You know what I mean? That's the guy you're going to do this with. Yeah. He's going to make sure you're solid. It was brilliant.
Okay, hold on real quick before I fucking forget.
Yeah.
Shame on you, dumbass fucking fan who didn't move your fucking belts. Shame on you that Mike Jackson had to stop his fucking walk to tell you to move the fucking belts.
I couldn't
believe him coming. Fucking idiot.
Jay, but why when you see this, there's a dweeb in the front who's got a bunch of belts draped over the guardrail. He sees Mike coming, and he's like, leave them.
He adjusts them. Yeah, he adjusts them.
And it's like, idiot.
So he could get on camera.
Right. He's walking he's doing the tightrope gimmick, and Mike has to stop and go, can you move the belts so I can keep going? And the guy's like, and you know, Mark, he doesn't do it right away. He's like,
I know.
Like, huh? And he's like, can you move? It's like, can you please move him? I'm trying to do this.
Somebody else grabs him, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it's like Shira is like using his other hand to like get these fucking belts off the rail. I
couldn't believe it. I was like,
you see this fucking septuagenarian fucking walking on the goddamn dude.
Mike Jackson blows me away.
Dude, it's like stripper mentality. When you see the stripper coming down the bar, you move your drink.
Right. Exactly. But here's the thing. The safety of the performers is paramount to everyone in that building.
Yeah.
Don't be part of the problem. If you're going to sit in the front row, be aware of your surroundings and move when you need to move so that you are not potentially risking the safety of a performer.
Also, aren't you impressed that a 72-year-old guy is doing this? I'm like, I'd be like, oh my God, whatever you need. You know, it's impressive as shit. I thought it was great. Then he gave him the fucking chop.
Apparently he did a tope like through the ropes at 100 miles an hour the night before at a GCW. So it's like Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't want it, man. Come on,
Mike Jackson did.
Yes. Yeah, into a single catcher too, right? It was Janela, I think.
Dude,
but
my dad is 74, and the way my dad will like do like things is with the utmost caution. You know, at 74.
Yeah.
You know, like he is.
I'm like that at 44.
And fucking Mike Jackson doing topes, yeah. This is unbelievable.
I mean, we lost La Parka, rest in peace to that. Like,
yeah,
and you know what? In my opinion, topes are so unnecessary a lot of the time. They're cool sometimes, but man, everybody doesn't need to do them. I certainly don't want to see action.
I don't want to see him get hurt doing this.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, don't get hurt doing
to me, the move is not worth the potential risk. I'd rather see him do, a great clean DDT or a cool rope walk or something like that. The tope is just not.
He's so active, Mike Jackson. Look, I'm looking at his cage match. This fucking guy, man.
He's crazy, man. He's always working. Yeah, he's a specimen. God, he's amazing.
Damn it.
Bell's boy knows. He says J-Bone, purveyor of the best nudie bars. He's an ultimate insider at the Itchy Kitty Club in Reseda. # J-Bones Hardcore. Thank you, Bell's boy. I'll pay you later. Just don't tell Tracy.
Man.
By the way, what happened to Jonah? Where is he?
He's in New Japan. He'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious about that. All right. Yeah. So Sharky wins. No, that was pre-show. So
man, Impact Wrestling. Good job leaning into that. Yeah, they owned it. They took control of the narrative.
Completely leaned into it. They knew it.
This got so much attention that Wrestling Observer Radio actually went back, found their 2007 review of one of them that they did throughout the years, their reverse battle royals, and it's Brian Alvarez and his friend Vinny, and they're just losing their goddamn minds through this whole thing, hating on it so much. And it's like oh, they're just hating. No, but if you listen to it, it's actually really funny because they're just it's overboard.
Yeah.
So I actually thought that was really cool that they found it, because it shows that they have a sense of humor too about the whole thing. So
that's good. Good. I mean, you have to be. I was telling Mark, I said, I think you can do this every year. Honestly, you can do it every year because it's fun as shit. You can do it every year, and there's no problem with it. It's fun to do it. Why not? So yeah, why not? All right, so let's get in the pay-per-view. Slam 2020 kicked off with the Ultimate X. So this was a big Ultimate X. Now, some people are saying this is the best Ultimate X of all time. I wouldn't say best, but it's definitely one of the good ones.
I know it's hard to do it from recall, but can you recall a better one off the top of your head, or anyone in chat? Because I'd actually like to go back. I'm one of those people who thinks this may be the best Ultimate X. I'd like to go back and watch the other ones in the conversation while this is fresh, because this was my match of the night. So this would be a good one to break down. Yeah. I mean, this was the perfect match.
My favorite Ultimate X has got to be, there was one in 2009, I want to say. And I think it was Suicide, Shelley. Well, Suicide was Daniels those times. Suicide, Shelley, Sabin, Jay Lethal.
Jesus.
That was a good Destination X. Wow. And then Consequences Creed, what's his name?
Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods. I like that one a lot. And I love this other one. Man, there was a couple. That one stands out because that one was they were fucking wild. They were just wild. Mm-hmm. At that one. So then there was a couple other ones like Guns versus the Bucks had one. So there was that one too. That was a good one. So
I'll have to go back and dig them up. I know there's so many of them.
Yeah,
but I don't know how many I've seen. A dozen maybe, but this one was just so good the whole entire time. It was over before I knew it.
You know what's probably the best one? I'll tell you right now. I got pulled up here. Actually, I think this is the one. I think it's the one where everybody thought Daniels broke his neck too. Daniels, Elix Skipper,
Wow.
Homicide, Jay Lethal, Kaz, Petey Williams, Puma, Senshi, Shark Boy, and Sanjay
What?
Dutt. Yeah.
What the fuck?
That was a
10 people?
Yeah, that was bananas. That one was fucking bananas. So
Holy
That sounds
shit.
like
yeah.
What
And that-
what year is that?
That's 2007. If anybody wants to go watch that one back,
Ooh.
that's Victory Road 07. That's a good Victory Road.
Is that on the app? Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
years on the app.
That's a good Victory Road. I can tell you right now, that's one of the really good ones. The main for that one was the Kurt Angle and Joe taking on
Oh.
Team 3D for the tag belts, and Sting and Abyss versus AJ and Tomko, Christian versus Chris Harris. This was the Eric Young and Bobby Roode
that was
feud.
when the roster started getting real
Yeah, no
deep with
kidding.
some
Yeah.
big names.
This was a good
kidding.
one. This was a good one. 07 Victory Road is one of my. I actually have the poster of this one because it was such a good one.
If somebody reminds me during the day, and I can't, I'll stream that on the Discord. Just remind me, somebody.
All right, so that was it was good. So this one here though, this one participants, Ace Austin, who was back from Japan with the Bullet Club. He has a new logo, the Inevitable Club, which was designed by Juan of the Dead. Actually,
Where's the shirt?
I
know.
know coming. Juan of the Dead did that design.
It looks
Awesome.
sick. Like on the backdrop, it looks sick, but it needs to be in the shop. They should have
Yeah.
had that timed better.
Should have been ready to go.
In my professional podcasting,
Lakers in the house.
I agree. Lakers,
What's up,
here.
Lakers?
What's up, man? Well, good to see you too, man. Good to see you too. So this one had Ace Austin, Alex Zayne. Ace Austin was champion, belt hung up, obviously. Alex Zayne, Trey Miguel, Kenny King, Speedball Mike Bailey, and apparently Jack Evans was injured.
the night
So-
before.
Oh, man.
So-
Ooh.
Andrew Everett came out wearing an Andre the Giant looking fucking like one arm single. I'm like, what is this?
And he signaled for chokeslam immediately when the bell rang too, which I cracked the fuck up at that.
It was weird, but hey, he probably rode down with Rosemary, so easy booking. Like, hey kid, you want to work? Here you go.
It was nice to see him again, man.
Yeah, it was good.
I
To
I
me-
like Jack Evans, but
To me, interchangeable with Jack Evans. There was nothing you could put
Yeah,
Jack Evans or Andrew Everett in there. It didn't matter.
well, just FYI for you, Trent, Jack Evans was doing like a 540 or some shit at Triple Mania and landed on the top of his head.
Oh god.
And then somebody ran over to him and immediately moved him. So
And
just
he-
bad
and-
news all around.
Yeah, and he flopped.
Yeah.
So it was like, ooh.
Yeah, it was the video was very bad. Like he
What's
looked
the
rough.
thing is he did it so fast, it's hard to tell. So I slowed the video down to see exactly what hit the canvas first, and it was the top of his
top
head.
of his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
I saw somebody broke it down in frames. It was yeah.
I actually like that it was better than it was Everett though, because he actually has history in the company,
Yeah.
former
Yeah.
tag champ and all that stuff.
Well,
So-
I mean, Jack does too.
yeah, I feel like Everett's more though. Everett has more.
Yeah,
history
for
than
it's
sure,
more
for sure.
recent,
Recent,
but
yeah.
Jack Evans is OG Team Canada, baby. Yeah.
True. I don't know. I just never think about Jack Evans.
No, I know, it
Yeah.
wasn't-
heavens.
Yeah.
I was just excited to see him come back and just get a fresh start someplace. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still think he'll come back. Just let's make sure he's good to go first.
Yeah.
that was
I'll be curious to hear what the outcome of his injury, or the extent of his injuries are. It looked really bad.
So that was the night before?
Yeah, Triple Mania the night before.
Because I'm seeing Jack Evans the night before was at GCW
I'm sorry. It was GCW. That's
It
my
was
bad.
GCW.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
against Ninja Mac. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus. They had Melrose Park. Okay. So a lot of guys were at that show. I got that worked this one. Interesting. So probably all just jumped in a car and went down to Tennessee after that. So like Masha was on it. Interesting. Nate Webb. Interesting. All right. So now, okay, I gotta say this. Speedball Mike Bailey's music is so climactic to his entrance though, because it's like
It's really good though.
it's cool, it's good,
Yeah.
it's cool 80s like vaporwave sounding music. I like
Yeah.
that, but you need lights, like him just coming down going.
Yeah. it needs something to give the visual oomph that
Yes,
a sound would give, because
Give me
it
a
is very
spotlight,
quiet.
give me some shadow effect, something
You know
where
what?
like
He's
spotlight would
different.
be cool.
He is different. You know, I'm still getting used to him being part of the X Division roster, but he blows my mind every time because he's always doing some sick thing, just crazy.
You know what he looks like when you look at Speedball? He looks like the guy in an 80s like high school movie who's not the main character, but he's like the main character's second friend who like has like 3 lines in the movie, you know? And he's like the guy, he's like the reliable dude who's kind of backing up the second friend. But he's like, hey, Justin, aren't your parents out of town this weekend? He's like, oh yeah, totally. We can do it at my house. Cause like he came through now because nobody else's house is free. So Justin, AKA my Speedball Bailey's house is free. And he's like, I got you. We'll do it at my house. But you never fucking see him or hear from him again until the end of the movie where like the slow clap starts, and then he's there fucking third, fucking slow clapping for like the nerd or whatever. Right. That's what he reminds me of.
I'm pretty sure there was a time warp and he showed up somewhere in the movie License to Drive.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, since everyone's saying what Bailey makes them think of from the 80s, I actually have one too. If anyone has ever seen the martial arts movie Gymkata,
what?
He looks like he should have been in fucking Gymkata.
Gymkata?
Yeah, Gymkata, Gymkata. He doesn't look necessarily like the guy who was like a gymnast or something that tried to be an actor, but it just reminds it, for whatever reason, the music, like the style, the look. I love Bailey. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Speedball fan for sure. He is amazing. But yeah, the whole package is like,
it needs some more.
It's like, wait, what?
Have you guys seen an 80s movie called Lucas?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, Corey Haim, Charlie Sheen. That's where Corey Haim originally was abused by Charlie Sheen for the first time on set.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Sending his life into the gutter. Yeah.
That's a fact. That's not a rumor. That's a fact.
What kind of abuse are we talking here? Like
sexual.
Get
abuse.
the fuck out of here. Are you serious?
Yeah. He raped Corey. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
On the set of Lucas.
If you watch the Corey Feldman movie,
read his book.
That came no, it's not the book. It's the movie he came out with last. It's like last year or the year before. It's a docu thing. Yeah. He goes over it. Yeah.
He talks about it in his autobiography, Choreography.
Is it? Okay, because I know he had to censor himself on some of it.
Absolutely read Choreography if you want to know the stories behind Haim and Feldman. I mean, just fucking the roots of all the Hollywood shit that like culminated with Weinstein and like finding out they're like pedophile rings and shit. Yeah. Dude, it all starts there. Like, pick up a copy of Corey Feldman's Choreography. It's absolutely worth a read. It's an excellent fast read.
You're fucking kidding me,
dude.
seriously?
Pick it up. Yeah, pick it up.
I just heard. I never knew Lucas, and I saw a clip of it. I have like those 80s Instagram pages that I see Mark also follows because I see you like him shit too. So like I always see like I like something. I'm like, Mark's already liked it. But, like
that's me.
But there was a clip of Lucas and it was like the slow clap scene at the end.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this movie? And like I thought I knew every 80s movie. It's a great movie. I looked it up. I'm like, this is fucking this is a clutch ass like 80s movie.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's a great movie.
And I never heard of it. And I was like,
it's really, really horrible backdrop.
Justin, we're off the rails.
I cannot believe that shit happened on. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, dude. That sent Haim into like the beginning of his downward spiral. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, this took a turn. Son of a bitch.
Hey man, look who's on this fucking panel. If you're here, you knew what the fuck to expect.
Wow. Well, on a brighter note, Speedball Mike Bailey won the X Division title on this one.
No, that's not a bright no.
That was fucking awesome. The way he was.
The way he did it was great.
My god.
I will say that. How he did it was like ninja cool. Absolutely.
Yes.
But damn, I was so okay after everything that Ace has done in Japan, and then to come back and lose. Are you freaking kidding me?
I was expecting it.
I
expected Ace to lose.
He never got pinned. It's a
exactly. Yeah, I expected
he's not getting
pinned.
I mean, I want to see the feud. Don't get me wrong. That's going to happen now. But I was like, and I was in some ways hyped to see the Ace Bay Bullet Club tag team.
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing that, at some point.
I was like, oh my God. It just felt like, hey, yeah, you got all this momentum. You joined the Bullet Club. You had a really great Super Junior Cup run.
Yeah.
But now you're going to come home and you're going to lose the belt. I was just like, oh my God, are you serious? Like I love the match. Don't get me wrong. It was a great way. How many pay-per-views over the last 20 years start out X Division match and just, it's like, okay, follow that. That's what it is. Every freaking time. Follow that,
Yeah.
And it gets the crowd fired up, and I loved it. But I was just, I still felt so bad that Ace lost. I was like, son of a gun. But I love Speedball. Don't get me wrong. I knew Speedball was going to get it eventually. I just wanted it to be after this pay-per-view. But nonetheless, it's still got me hyped for the rest of the show.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, though.
I think a lot of people are with you on that. I saw several opinions that mirrored what you said with the same level of intensity you said it. And I get it. Like I'm an Ace guy too. We all are. But I was expecting him to lose because it was an Ultimate X and he can look strong in a loss, because clearly he's going to have a lot of traveling and other stuff to do. So I felt like they were going to move the belt off of him. I didn't know who, but
at least the odds were against him, and he had like people all over him, and then he fell. Because I mean, there were people coming from every angle at Speedball and Ace, and Speedball and Ace were the only ones left up there. And then all of a sudden, Ace turns around and boom, kick, and he's down. So it was like, oh no. But no, how it all went back and forth, it was great. It was good how they did it.
My theory is that they'll probably have Ace beat him back, and they want to have Ace hold the record that is currently held by Austin Aries for most X Division title reigns.
How many?
7, I think he has.
Okay.
So I
thought it was 24.
No, but I think I think that's what they're going for. I think they're going for Ace beating that record. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ace is the one who beats Speedball back. So take that that with a grain of salt. I don't know. I'm not for certain, but that's my theory on the whole thing.
I could see that, because they are clearly not moving Ace up the card because he's becoming one of the premier features of the X Division, or not becoming, he is, and it just makes sense to keep him there. I think Critical Sting also makes a good point that might change up some things, right? Because they were building story in New Japan around Ace and Takahashi. So curious what happens now.
He had X Division 6 times. So, and then Ace is what, 3 right
now?
3
right now.
So he has 3. I mean, it's doable very, very soon.
Oh, he's young, sure.
Yeah, so this is going to happen. It's inevitable.
Trent, get that bell ready.
Oh man, yeah. This was a surprise. This was a surprise. After this, we go backstage. Wait, get the soundbite ready. We even got this was. Oh, Saban has 8, so Saban holds a record. Okay, so Saban.
Hold on, can I, before we go further, I want to call out this comment real quick from John Palmer. He says they need to get the Ultimate X rules straightened out and tell the announce crew. This is the second time they said the winner needs to drop to the canvas with the belt and not do it that way. I thought the same thing.
Very good.
And I was like, they're calling this match too early. He has to come down. Now I realize they did it for the visual, but you got to be clear about the rules. That's why I'm like the only person, don't kill me, who doesn't love the King of the Mountain match. If I can't remember the rules readily,
Yeah. Also,
So,
did he come down eventually? I mean, did he do it?
No.
Oh,
no.
he never. Because he posed and they ended the match, right?
Yes, which is not how it should be.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Good call out on there. Was it John or was that
John? Yeah.
John.
I thought the exact same thing.
Maybe Ace will say that on Thursday.
There you go. That's good. If that's story, then that's really nice.
That is, if that's a story, that'd be great.
Coach, if you're watching this, you guys are going to have to make some adjustments.
Wow. And then we had this guy.
We got this guy again.
Oh, man.
Scott Hudson appeared on an Impact pay-per-view in 2022. Thicker, but the voice was there.
A little bit
thicker, a little bit thicker.
But
But he still did a great job. Listen, Bill had the beef with Scott Hudson. I think Scott Hudson was it's a great. He has got that perfect like announcer voice. I think he was fine.
I feel like just because the opportunities are going to be so few and far between.
We got this guy again.
All right, I got it out of me because we may never use that bite again.
Yeah, well, you can use it when time calls, but no, it was good shit. He interviewed the TNA originals, which I still say, why is he Nick Aldis and not Magnus? I know they called it out, but if you're a TNA,
because Magnus has the name Magnus has so much stink on it,
so yeah, you
can't do that.
I think he kicked it to the Sting video package, which was nice.
Yeah,
I thought that was nice. That was good. The Sting video package was great, very professionally shot. Thoughts and love on TNA for his time there, so that was good. It's good to hear from Sting. They got the right people in. They got the right.
Yes.
Though I swear the one missing was Jeff Jarrett in this whole thing.
Man, but he's at the E now. But
yeah, but they sure as hell tributed the fuck out of him at the end in the main event.
Yeah, they
did. Yeah.
I think that was their way of doing it. It's like, hey, you can't be here. We're gonna still gonna shout you out for what you did.
They did such a good job of getting everyone. I mean, they really touched so many places and dug so deep. It was great all night. Good stuff all night.
Sting video package is fantastic. Very, very nice and emotional. Very good. Well done. The next one after that, the match, Rosemary and Taya versus the Influence with the tag team knockouts tag belts. I finally felt Taya's back on track. Since she came back, I felt she was very lost. They didn't know how to. Should not regain the momentum of the previous Taya character. I think I was like, oh, they fucking killed her down there. You know, this got her back. Now what's going to come of this? The promos is what's going to make this return full. But
I can't wait.
Them having these tag belts now, this is what we needed. They got it. Rosemary and Taya, Team Ragnarok, back in action. But you need the promo time with them because that's what made this storyline work.
I think we have a visual here of the two swings of what happened with Bill when Scott Hudson showed up on screen. He went from this to this.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Where did the other one come from?
I just popped that in there.
That was good. Real good.
Oh, yeah. Dead Punk Gage, right? Shout out to Taya Valkyrie, the new MLW women's champion, as well as the Impact Knockouts Tag Team champions and the AAA Reina de Reinas Taya 3 belts.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. Champ.
So there's proof positive that Impact can work, as far as having a good relationship with MLW, and we'll see that later tonight too.
So there you go. But it was nice. I liked that they got it. This was fun. I think it was time to take it off the other two. Apparently, Madison Rayne got fucked up in this match.
Wow, yeah,
did you see that?
Holy shit!
I saw that right before we got live.
What was the bump? I didn't see the bump.
They go for spears. Her and Tenille, I think it was. And the crown of Tenille's head hits Madison in the face.
Did you see? Can you see it on TV?
Yeah, you can see it in the match.
Oh, you can see it in the match. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. No shit, huh? Did not know, man. Did not know. I saw that picture. She broke two, like, what did she break? Not her orbital bone, but like her
it wasn't orbital.
Two nasal bones or something.
Yeah, something like that. You can tell we're a bunch of surgeons here.
Yeah, right.
I think she broke her foot.
Good for her on when so they for Ragnarok getting those belts. They never had them before. Remember that? So they were like the two who needed something like this.
Oh, we forgot about did you say what came after Scott Hudson?
No.
It was the message from Sting.
I said.
Oh yeah, no, we said yeah. We
talked did you mention it? Oh, you said you must have said it so fast. I thought you went over. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't. Wait, Rosemary patted Bill on the head in the front row. I didn't see that.
Yeah. Well, after the match, I think it was, right? Or was it before?
That's awesome.
I can't remember.
That's awesome. This is good. I think it's a good win. Puts him up in a good spot. So now he's got to build off of it.
I do agree with you too. Taya really felt lost until now. I'm super glad this happened.
She totally was, man.
When she came out, she came out in black first of all and looked killer. But when I saw the earmuffs, like my heart fluttered, like she was back. I was like, this is it. Like she's back for real now. So
Like for
I'm pretty
reals,
happy.
reals?
For reals, yes, like
For reals, reals?
for reals, J-Bone.
Like for reals.
There we go.
Yeah,
All
those,
right.
yeah.
Oh, we're rusty. We're rusty.
Which one's Jay?
No, so that was cool. I thought that was nice. So anyway, after that, I'm going to get my I'm trying to see. This was the Kurt Angle spot now. Kurt Angle, which basically looked like a fucking cameo because old dudes who don't know how to work their phones always film like this.
Mm.
Am I filming this right? Like instead of doing the whole landscape thing. But he gave a nice message. It was nice to hear from Kurt. It's just another. It looked like a cameo. I legit thought they ordered a cameo from him because otherwise he wouldn't do it or something. I don't know. But it was nice to have him do that. I think he was one of the. He's kind of one of those guys I wish was there. Kurt was such a big part of the company.
I can't believe he wasn't there.
Yeah, he was so, and he's not signed. It's like you should have kind of been there.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody could have picked them up on the way somewhere, But
Just hop in the car, just like the old days.
Well, like he's doing an appearance here in like 3 weeks at a minor league baseball game, an autograph sign. I'm like, well, if you're doing that, like, I don't know,
right?
like get them at
in a
Slam.
minor league game. Yeah.
I mean, I get it. For them, it's like here's $2,000 and come sign some pictures, whatever. Fucking in, no harm, no foul. But actually more than that.
Critical sting with the possible. Heard Kurt had double knee surgery.
Yeah.
So okay. Free pass.
It was nice to hear from. No.
Yes.
Inevitably, it was. Yeah, having him there in whatever presence was awesome. So good on you, Kurt. Good stuff. Monsters Ball, Sami and Moose, a great Monsters Ball. I think they said this was the 50th Monsters Ball or something.
What?
Yeah, they gave the number, right, Jay? They gave
it was like 52, 54,
Oh
7,
my.
something.
54, I think, because the X division was the 40. The Ultimate X was 47th, and so this one I believe was the 54th.
That's
Monsters
insane.
Ball. Lots of tributes to Abyss, a lot of shout outs to Abyss, which I thought was wonderful. Very nicely done. A lot of love for Abyss in this one.
In my ass.
Sami stuck a lot of things in that guy's ass during this match.
All during the match, I just kept thinking
In my ass.
That's all match long. But when he came out in the white pants, I was like, oh,
in my ass.
Yeah, it's going down. And like, sure enough, all that
in my ass.
Man, this is getting to be a little much. Thank you, Anna, for that. I'm the only one she was not a fan of Kurt Angle. Violet was not a fan of Kurt Angle. How?
Oh
Wait, why is that? Why is that? I'd like to know that.
Yeah.
I mean, is it personal or is it
or in the ring? Yeah.
Moose grabbed the hot dog from his fan. I did see that.
I saw that too.
That was interesting. He shared that on his Facebook today too, which I thought was like, I got hungry mid match.
It was because they're locked in that closet. They're going back old school rule. They're locked in that broom closet or whatever. For 48 hours, no water, no food, no sunlight. So they go way back to those old school TNA rules.
I do like the attention to detail when Moose came out. He did the whole like readjusting the light, and the guy's like, all right, this way was get shove the guy off, like don't touch me. And then Sami attacked him on the entrance, which I thought was good too, because why wouldn't you? It's a hardcore match, Yep. Brutal. I thought they held Moose took some great bumps for a guy his size, and for that caliber style, him taking table spots and
that table obliterated.
I know.
I was actually really worried on that.
I was worried
the table disintegrated.
I was a little worried for the guy. I was like, man,
yeah, that was.
I don't need you doing this stuff. You're kind of you're like star athlete. You don't need to be doing this shit.
Yeah, no, that table I'm sure was not supposed to go down quite that easy because it was almost like no support for that bump at all.
Yeah. Well, let's say she did not. Kurt Angle's matches are like watching paint dry. Wow.
Whoa.
That's a first.
Okay. That completely explains it because she's not a big technical wrestling fan.
Oh, yeah, that's Kurt.
See, like when I do AEW stuff on STP, I'll talk about like Bryan Danielson and she's the same with Bryan
That
Danielson.
style.
So there you go. That
There you
explains
go.
it. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, that's we still love you, Anna.
Of course. Hey, we all like different stuff, man.
You
But,
can have your opinion. Doesn't mean you're right though.
And different stroke takes different strokes to move the world, man. So hey,
That's right.
Good shit. It was a great Monsters Ball. Wild shit.
Yeah,
Barbed wire,
great one.
boards, baseball bats, Janice, all that stuff. Death Valley drivers through the boards, tacks, tables, ladders, chairs, you name it.
Oh my God.
The Cactus Driver 97, greatest year of my life, 1997. Great year.
97 was a good one.
Great year. Bad one for you? Is that
It was a
bad
mixed.
one?
It was a
Next
mixed bag. It was a mixed bag that year.
Yeah, I did like 97. I like that he named it the Cactus Driver 97, even though in 97, I don't think he brought the Cactus Jack character back at that time. But look at that attention to detail. This is why you come. This is why you tune into this show. He remembers nuances about your personal life, right, Jay?
It's funny. J-Bone can't remember what he had for lunch, but he can remember
No.
all these things about everyone that listens to these shows, all of our listeners.
It's today's
Yeah.
Don's birthday. Look at that. Happy birthday, Don.
Happy birthday, Don.
This was surprising to me, too. I got to call this out. Impact Wrestling Slam Zone. I was shocked that the Impact did not announce the inductee for the Hall of Fame. Normally, every year they announce it on this pay-per-view. Who do you think will go in this year? I want Don West to go in. I think Don West and Tenille should absolutely go in this year.
Together. That's absolutely. If they're just going to do one like they always do, they have to make an exception and do them as a team.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, and they've done two before, and it was like an odd year where Earl Hebner went in as well or something.
Earl and Jarrett, I think, went in the same year or something. I don't
Something
remember.
like that.
But
yeah.
like the tag teams went in, these guys are basically a tag team. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was good. So Tammy did win. Big stuff. I think the feud is done. You got to pivot them off into something else at this point. I don't need to see a rematch. As a fan watching, I wouldn't need to see a rematch on this. This is finality on this one. Damn,
Ooh,
bonus
for prison
baby.
bonus, baby. That is
Damn,
whack.
you got caught? What did you do?
Damn, man. If you hit me up in private, I'll tell you what happened to me. I had some really rough shit that year, too, actually.
Fuck.
Wasn't. Man, it's close to that, actually.
Damn. Well, this is awkward.
Book this.
Well, I'm glad you had a fucking good time, Trey.
Jim Mitchell on this pay-per-view was pretty awesome. Anyway,
Yes.
so where do we leave off? Yeah. So anyway, so I don't need to see a rematch. I don't think this needs to have a rematch. I think you can pivot off from here. I don't know. You have to make it clean. You just destroyed Moose and you got Sami over. Now where do you go from here? Somebody's got to do something.
I don't know. I got a feeling we're gonna see Moose morph into something else, and it's not gonna be pretty.
Like the loss is gonna affect him into moving into something else.
Yeah, like and not that every feud has to be like this, but they specifically mentioned this in weeks past leading up to this, talking about how Sami, literally changed Eddie Edwards from being like this to like this, or like, and I can't remember like who else I was gonna throw in as an example, but that's the perfect example of just how much he takes a piece of you and it morphs you into. Hi, Oreo.
Anna was just saying she heard Oreo.
I know, I was just about to mute too, and then I started talking, and then she shut up, and then I was like, oh, that means she's going to be in here in a second.
Cocktail hour, brother.
All right.
Oreo's in heat for the 8th time this month.
J-Bone's very distracted by Oreo.
Yeah, I know. I see that.
But that's my point. So I think it's going to continue, and I think we're going to see a different side of Moose, and it's going to get a little scary.
All right, we'll see. You got to do something, because if you just give him a pretty big loss and you give Sami a pretty big win.
Man, I don't know what you do with Moose, honestly.
I don't either.
He's been all the way to the far, far end of the spectrum in terms of diabolically evil. Like, he has to either turn babyface or, I don't know, reimagine him.
I don't think you can go babyface.
I don't either. I don't
can't
either.
go back with him.
I don't either. But
And actually, I wouldn't want to. I just think you've gone so far as a heel with him.
But how do you go even further? Because you have to top it. He can't go backwards.
Yeah, you can't go backwards. That's for sure.
I don't know what you do with Moose now. We'll see.
I don't know.
If
Man.
anybody knows Impact, will this is like their absolute wheelhouse is long-term storytelling with somebody like Moose. So it'll all shake out in the end.
Yeah, we'll see. You got to protect Moose. He's a big name for him. So
yeah,
I feel like they'll keep him pretty protected. The tag team title match, bit confused on it, but I'm not really. It was the Briscoes, the champs, against the Good Brothers. Now, my theory here is the Good Brothers won the titles. My theory is, and it was clean, I believe, that Ace losing one is a gain for the Bullet Club to get it here. So Ace lost the X, but you got the belts here.
Yeah, that I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
So,
but I still was like, it's like, how the hell do you have the Briscoes lose here? I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see. I thought it was too soon.
Yeah, way too soon.
Same. It's like they wanted to get that rubber match off of Multiverse or something so fast. I don't know. This will be 4 if they go for it again. Or it's hard to say with anybody who's involved with Bullet Club because there could be travel plans intermixed with storyline plans.
That's the thing.
Who knows?
The Briscoes to me are a very. Just watching their facials to me is like amazing.
They are
like,
awesome.
Just watch Mark. He's like the best.
So much fun.
Oh my god, I love him too.
He's a big kid, you know.
Yeah,
and then Jay looks like a psycho, a complete lunatic. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and they both go 110% all the time. Like their style is fucking.
Totally.
You guys know I don't have a lot of exposure to the Briscoes outside of a few matches here and there.
Yeah.
So I'm almost like a new fan, even though they've been around for 20 years. They are fucking awesome.
If you can find early footage of them from 10 years ago going against Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas, find
Ring
it.
of Honor.
I don't know if it's on YouTube or whatever from Ring of Honor. Yeah.
I got 3
Great
Briscoe
shit.
best ofs of Ring of Honor, and it's fucking great. One of my favorite things is what Mark does. That he'll like do that dive into the corner, and you just hear him go, I fucking die. Every time he does that, I lose my shit, man. But it was awesome stuff. Keep these comments coming up while we're talking. Keep popping these folks' comments. There's some good feedback going on. What do you guys think of this one? Is everybody happy with the win? Did you want the Briscoes to have it longer?
I think that you have to consider this stuff, and I think what Jordan's saying.
We gotta run in on the road. Bring him in. He's on the grounds. Hey,
hey,
are you on the fairgrounds?
I am on the fairgrounds. I just left Building 3 here at the former asylum site.
Nice, very cool. Fun times.
Oh yeah. Like this is so the old asylum, Trent.
Yeah.
So you were there. If you gather over there, there's like now a soccer stadium where that's sat.
No kidding. That was Building 2, I believe. Consider Building 2. Yeah.
I know there was kind of like the 2 main ones there. See you guys.
Nice.
You're live on TNI.
Awesome. So Building 3. So,
got out.
Go say it again.
I just visited Swinger's Dungeon. Just left.
No.
I noticed your face is a little red. You look a little red. Hey, and he got a free T-shirt out of it.
And he very no, I didn't. I already bought the T-shirt as soon as it was available. So.
Now, did you go to the merch table yesterday? You might have seen a friend of mine helping out at the table yesterday.
I did not. There was going on. I honestly just saw the merch table just now for the first time.
Okay, I don't know who was running it today.
Ashley was running it.
Okay, yesterday, who was helping out at the table along with somebody else was my buddy AAW owner Danny Daniels was at the merch table yesterday.
Really? Signing
autographs. Yeah, he was there talking, having some meetings with the crew down there. So Mark's going. All right, Bill, you froze a little bit. Bill froze, guys. We're gonna try to get him back in here. Jay will get word to Bill to reconnect if he can because he froze.
All right,
we lost him.
Oh, there
he is.
Back.
You're back. Yeah, Danny's down there having some meetings with some folks, and he offered to sit at the merch table and help out during the show.
Ah, nice.
Good way to gauge who's over and who's not over, if you know what I mean. You know, it's
hard with how many people you guys normally use from Impact. That's smart to see reaction.
the one thing he noticed, he texted me and he goes, "These Good Brothers are really fucking over." So, so
breaking news. I know we did it on TNI
yeah,
news a while ago. Come on, man. They're obviously signed.
yeah. But I tell you that he said, I guess the brothers sold the most merch yesterday, apparently.
Not a shock. Not a shock.
Yeah, it's crazy. Great to gauge. If you're an indie promoter, go offer to scope the merch table at a TV show, a TV product. You get an idea who's over, who to use on your show. So that he was definitely so you guys might see some interesting stuff coming out. You know, some people did recognize that he was down there, haven't seen walking and talking with some folks. So keep an eye. But yeah, Bill, we just got to we just talked about the tag title match from Slam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect time talking about the Good Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh,
so surprising finish to a very mixed bag reaction from listeners that the Briscoes and maybe should have held on to it. Good Brothers, maybe not.
Good is always going to divide the fans.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I think it should have been a longer reign, but I think they got it because Ace lost the X title. You got to keep the Bullet Club strong. You do.
You can't kind of have the Bullet Club without anything right now. So either him or Chris Bay, somebody needs to be having a title in Impact. But right now, I think you could see with all those title changes at Slammiversary, I think you could see like maybe there is going to be a little hot potatoing of some belts for a bit.
Yeah, not a bad thing, I guess, if it makes sense, as long as it makes sense.
Yeah, like this is one like I could see the Briscoes winning it back again. Like there's no reason.
Yeah, and it's not
won and dropped it a few times already.
Yeah, and it's not too long ago that we were complaining about too many long runs concurrently in the company. So,
yeah,
there you go.
Good
Probably
point.
Run, but those other belts, if everything just stagnated, every champion be the same champion for a year. That's old school, but that's not a lot for attention.
Give me your opinion on something. We talked about this at the beginning of the review. You tell me, you were live. Mm-hmm. One thing I pointed out, though, I felt the show was so perfectly paced that at no point did the crowd get tired, because by the main event, everyone was still up here. And you've been to a million shows that sometimes a show is so packed that by the time the main comes on, people are like, I'm just sitting down. I'm beat.
I know there was like rumblings, I think even within our own group here, where we're like, oh, how long is this show going to be? Is it going to be a super long show? They kept it normal length for the most part. Maybe just, but not much. But every match and kind of, I think what everyone felt leaving here, and I don't know if that's where you're going to end it or if you already kind of went on there, but where does this stand? Like Anthem era pay-per-views, it's right up there. Like a Slammiversary 2018 is the bear. Yeah. It's really close. Hard to Kill this past year was really close. But there wasn't a bad match.
I said it was a perfect show. So
there's not a bad, like there's always someone's like, that was a little disappointing for something. There was not a bad match. Now, maybe there were some individual better matches on other shows, but overall, I don't think you can have a complaint on this show for the matches. And you're right, the pace is perfect. Like they put everything right in order, because as you just said, you got to book that right. And with that Queen of the Mountain going on before the main, I was worried for the main for a second. Could it
too?
We were in the chat in the Discord
into it, that Queen of the Mountain. So that's really putting a lot at that main event for Eric Young and Josh, and they delivered.
Yeah, they sure did. They sure did. No, good stuff, man. I think it was well paced. The show had a good flow. Like Mark, you said it earlier. It like went too fast. Like it was like, damn, this is over.
It was very well paced. I mean, there was not a down moment, and never did you feel like it was running long. It just, every match was perfectly paced. All the segments, all the backstage, all the transitions, the total runtime. It was just about as perfectly of a paced show as I could ask for.
Jordan has a good ranking here. Slam 18, Hard to Kill, and Slam 22 as far as overall shows. You know, so that's
pretty good list.
I really would argue anybody saying those are the top three shows order, that's a preference.
Yeah, that's a preference for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any other highlights, Bill, merch wise? Anything that we didn't see on TV that you can mention as far as yesterday?
Trying to think if there was anything you didn't see on TV. It's tough to know what you see and don't see on TV because, like, I didn't even know, like, because the Bound for Glory thing went up on the screen behind. I didn't even know it went on.
I didn't see it.
I didn't either.
But then I was today saying that's kind of being retracted. But
they didn't show it on the fight feed. I didn't see it on the fight feed. What did they show?
Verbally, it was said the date, October 8th. But that's extreme Philly, which would seem like why would they go against a WWE pay-per-view?
Yeah.
But the only thing they put on Fight TV, they said October. I don't think they gave a date.
Well, no image, but people said they heard him. They heard one of the broadcasters say October 8th on the. I can't confirm it.
Maybe.
All right, now, Bill, be honest. When the Mike Tenay and Don West video aired, are you lucky they didn't catch you on TV doing a tear wipe, or what are we saying here?
There was, I will say that there was a ton of emotion, and honestly, there was a ton of emotion tonight too. So stay tuned for TV.
I can't wait.
There was that the whole Mike Tenay and Don West stuff. They're definitely pulling at some heart. That stuff.
Yeah,
great to see. Like obviously, we know like Tenay kind of left it all behind, and obviously everything Don's going through. That they gave a good chunk of moment. Like they gave that the same thing they gave AJ Styles thing. So that's if anybody says like they don't recognize our history for stuff like that, the coach definitely recognized it, and he gave both those guys a good due on that big show.
They did it today. They did it on the show. I will say, building up, I wanted more, but they delivered it on the pay-per-view.
Like they gave you little bits here and there, but not a. But it was all there for the pay-per-view, which that's what matters.
How about that pop for Aunt Dixie, huh? Look at that.
I had to hear it. Obviously, you guys, I've said it enough. I'm a huge Aunt Dixie fan, sweet Aunt D. So I was going to be popping for Dixie, but the whole crowd did. I didn't hear a boo, which was
good.
Fantastic.
And she looked gorgeous. She looked absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Huh? Say it again.
Those jeans.
Yeah. Unbelievable. She looked amazing. Now, the only boo I heard, the shittiest boo I heard, was when Josh Alexander pulled out the Canadian flag. There was a bunch of fucking rednecks who just went, bear. I'm like, come on. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Seriously? That was the only shitty boo that I heard the whole night. He pulled out the Canadian flag.
EY was getting a fair amount of cheers. It was crazy.
Of course he was. This is Nashville.
Especially there, yeah.
Yeah, this is no doubt.
Old school.
Like Josh Alexander is still new to a lot of these people in the audience. But that didn't shock me. Like he almost has to go through a whole loop, like a whole reign. Like, if it's a year reign, it's going to take at certain cities probably close to that year for people to really embrace them. But I think by the end of the matches, they're on the side.
But, 100%.
But going into the match, I know Eric Young. They don't really know Josh that well yet. They learn from him during the match.
Absolutely. I mean, dude, Eric Young's got nearly at least a TV wise, Eric Young's almost got a 15-year head start on Josh. Think about that.
Yeah,
he was on TV 15 years prior to Josh. I thought it was great. But anyway, we'll get to that one. But Kyle's skull. Which one is that? Is it Skull or is it Kyle? Is this?
I don't know.
That's not our Kyle.
That's not our Kyle.
No.
What's up, everybody?
It's not Kyle from Australia either.
Okay. Were you hoping for an EC3 appearance, Bill? Were you thinking it was going to happen?
Obviously, I had to travel light because for the first time I didn't drive to Nashville. I actually flew to Nashville.
Oh, okay.
Due to these gas prices, I had to fly.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I didn't think EC3 was on the docket. I didn't bring the jacket. I didn't feel confident that was happening. But when Dixie came out before the mystery partner was announced,
yeah.
Go up. But I was talking to them. I think they made the right call because I think Davey made no sense.
Yeah, with Eddie and everything.
W stuff, I don't think we were sure. Although I know saying that people are more free with their contracts, so maybe that's proving that it's true. But that was great to see Davey there. I thought with the Eddie angle, like we'll see if there's any more payoff going forward, but that based on who could be there. I know a lot of people may have had unrealistic expectations on that mystery partner, but obviously I would have been thrilled if it was free too. But that didn't feel like the right storyline.
Yeah, I agree. Now, one thing we since we already talked about the Don West and Tenille and Dixie thing, so we can just mention AMW came out at the conclusion of the tag team title match, brought out the beer. Now, Bill, this is where I got choked up. Obviously, this is what got me when I heard the music and I saw the two and they did the pose, and I said, "Fuck!" I texted Mark. I'm like, "Just fucking throw me out the window right now." Like I was done. I was wrecked at that moment. But Harris did not take the mic. I was a little saddened by that, but it was a good moment. It was exactly the torch pass, and in this form, a beer was passed, to everybody. I thought that was cool.
Too. Like that was a creative way to utilize them at the end of that match.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Did you?
They used everyone perfectly all night long.
Yeah. Did you meet anybody? Did you get to meet Harrison Storm or anybody?
No, not really. Because pretty much the way it kind of worked, and I'll give credit to Impact for doing it this way because usually they don't. A lot of times you get let in during a show, you go into the lobby, and then they let you actually to your seat later, so you're kind of in the lobby for a while. Here, you were able to go right to the seats. Like they were actually prepared and stuff was ready to go when doors open.
Go figure.
Imagine that.
Noble concept.
That's why I missed the merch table. I just went to my seat, and anyone that's kind of seen me at a show probably knows. I usually go to my seat and then I'm just there. I never move for the rest of the night.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'm interacting with a ton of fans. Hopefully he's watching it now or the replay. But I met a guy watches the show from Germany. He came here for Slammiversary.
Damn.
Oh shit! And he watches TNI.
It might be someone I'm friends with.
It's like they picked
friends, but yeah.
Say it again, Bill. It cut out for a second. Say what you said again.
Yeah, no, I told he asked, "Are you doing a review?" I'm like, I don't know. I got to go see if they're on right now. I'm like, I think they're doing it the one time.
Is this who it is? Norris? Was that his name? Norris? Norris? Oh no, this is Norris. Sorry. I thought Mira was saying it was somebody named Norris. Well, hey, to the Germany guy, hey, thanks for listening in Germany.
Yeah,
we appreciate
hit us up. Let us know who you are.
Yeah. Yep. Very cool, Bill. Very cool. Did you run to anybody? I knew there was somebody there that I wasn't expecting to be in the audience. I don't know if you ran into her. There was some. You did? Is that what you said?
I think I know who you're talking about, and that would be true. I did. Last night,
last night. And I didn't expect that to happen. And I didn't know because but I figured you would run into her.
Okay, well, it's not polite to speak in code, gentlemen. So.
Well, I told you guys.
But the 60 some odd people listening don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Well, listen, anyway, we got a couple more matches to break down, but no, Bill, it sounds like a fun night. It looked like a blast.
Yeah, no, for the live experience, it was probably because obviously I was at Slam 2018 up in Canada, which was its own unique thing. But here, Nashville, that crowd, it was one of the more memorable shows for Impact tour that I've been to. So
I got to ask this, Mark. That's what I want to know too. Were the heel section guys in the audience? Those bastards from the heel section.
There was a guy with a heel section sign.
Yes. I knew it. I knew they'd be there.
They were actually wearing a mask. So I can't confirm if it actually was an original member of the heel section or not. I don't think, unless they're watching, and I did run into you because I didn't see you separately without the sign. But it did represent. There was a good number of Hail Sabin chants, so that was great. I feel like it was more like the Asylum I remember today and at the pay-per-view than Homecoming a couple of years ago, which
it looked more Asylum-y on this show.
It looked like a barn.
whatever reason. I don't know why that is, but it did.
I think the way they shot it, the lighting, because when Homecoming, they really brightened it up a lot. They add a lot of color. Like the Asylum this was a little more even keel. It was a lot more grassroots looking. I like that about it. It just seemed like a wild Asylum show to me. Like a wild ass Wednesday night to me. It was awesome.
And you were at the Asylum. This building, obviously, it's much newer. Air conditioning that works. Like you actually feel like the air conditioning blows. When I had my flag out, it was actually blowing a little bit. That's how. So that is nice inside is actually pleasant.
I heard that. Now I heard at the original Asylum, Goldilocks was saying how she's like we had a portable shower that had more like mold and mildew on it than like a third world country. There was a bathroom in the locker room, a toilet with no doors on a locker room, air conditioning that barely worked. The Asylum building was like hurting. This was like a 60-year-old building of wrestling and world, state fair shit. But I guess this new one is an actual arena, so like they have showers and stuff.
Space for like there, but they dressed it up nice, and that it's in this town with a lot of those fans. It was definitely the right call for where to have this show.
You had to do it here. You had to do it in Tennessee. There's no question about it. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. Did they pack it out a little more? Because the ticket sales were iffy because for a couple reasons.
In pretty crowded. It's tough to tell like when it's set up. Like there were some bleachers set up yesterday. So they had people on there. I know what was it? Mainly like some floor seats, I guess, because I think they sold out or whatever the unknown number of GA tickets. But I thought it was pretty good capacity for what it was, and I think we know the reasons why. I don't think it really has. Obviously, Impact could always market and promote better, but a Sunday Father's Day.
That's
there's a reason this. Right, J-Bone?
That's what swayed me immediately. I would have gone down if I had.
My wife had to rearrange all our plans.
Yeah, so like that just it was always going to be a tough. That's a tough sell. Just like when they were doing a lot of the tapings on like Sundays.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday are obviously the best one. They're going to be the most expensive to run too, but they have to make to get those gates. You need to run Friday and Saturdays, almost exclusive.
Yeah.
I think this, looking back, in retrospect, you should have done this on like a Saturday because it could turn into a big party because it is one big ass party.
Exactly.
Could have been like a big.
Like I think there's probably some people, which you would see a lot in Florida, that would come for a pay-per-view and then not be. I'm guessing that same thing happened today.
Yeah, I could see it.
Probably. I'll go back to work or get home or whatever.
Yeah.
After. So even the ones that made it, I don't know if they stuck around.
Yeah. We got
the hardcore, but not everybody.
Yeah. We got a few more matches to do, Bill. You want to hang out with us or you gotta drive home?
I might as well hang around here because I got nothing else to do, and then I'll head to the hotel because I'm not around the corner. If I was around the corner, I'd just go back to the hotel, but I'll hang out with you guys. It's actually very pleasant here.
All right, cool. All right, so the next was Impact Originals. Sabin, Shelley, Kaz, Aldis, and then Rose revealed to be Davey Richards, like Dixie Carter called out Davey, taking on Honor No More, Eddie Edwards, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, Vincent, and PCO. I thought this was a ton of fun. I like the build to Eddie and Davey. Now, if anybody hadn't seen Eddie and Davey in Ring of Honor, this goes way back. Like them fighting each other goes way back.
Oh,
but
10 plus years, yeah.
But if you've been watching Impact on Twitch in the last few years, you've seen the clip of Davey Richards turning on Eddie Edwards 88,000 times, which Hannafin pointed out that he's like, roles were reversed here at one time where it was Davey who turned on Eddie at one time. Eddie hasn't forgotten. I'm like, thanks for pointing that out because when this happened, Davey was the asshole. That's what happened. So like Eddie has every right to be pissed at Davey Richards here. But I like how they built to their face off, and then Davey fucking kicked the shit out of him, which I thought was great. So that was awesome. Very well done. Mark, any thoughts on that one? Any
for me, even though I didn't like Mike Bennett in Impact the first time at all, I really popped hard for the Miracle gear.
Gear.
I thought that was really cool. This whole match was very fun. Everybody was great, got their shit in. I mean, this was just, like you said, Trent, it was a great build. To me, so I only watched the Asylum years and mostly Anthem years. So I'm not a Davey Richards guy. To me, I was like, if they're not doing the Wolves, I don't understand how this is cool. But if we get the Wolves, then I get why they did this. So I was hoping for Monty myself, and I was really expecting to pounce. So I had my expectations set super fucking high for that spot. So I probably just kind of fucked myself on that by setting my expectations so unrealistically.
What was the buzz? What were some of the guesses people thought it was going to be? Anybody have any theories?
James Storm was a popular one.
For James Storm, Christopher Daniels, and Davey Richards.
Oh, okay. I gotta see. Well, Daniels just appeared on TV a couple weeks ago. Storm's been around, and obviously he did the tag thing. I don't think anybody really saw Davey though. That's just the last one people thought would be there.
I think,
but he made a. Say it again, Bill. You broke up a little bit.
Eddie's involved. Something you almost.
Yeah.
You're breaking. What?
Yeah, you're break. Keep moving around. You're breaking up a little. But what he said was that if Eddie's involved, you can be rest assured that Davey's pretty much not far behind if something like involving Eddie. So but this was good. I mean, they did the ref spot, which they did show in the crowd before the set. Tracy Brooks, the my favorite knockout, Tracy Brooks, in the crowd with for her and Frank Kazarian's son. His name is what the hell's his name? Rebel. And next to them was Earl Hebner. So they pretty much let you know Earl's in the house. They did a spot where Brian was knocked out. He got taken out a little bit. Earl came in, did the count and everything. He jumped in there, did the count. And then there was a nice big tribute at the end. The father and son pointed to the sky because Dave Hebner, Earl's twin brother, passed the night before. So nice tribute to him. Nice little moment for them to do something father and son. Brian is retiring after today, I believe, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I
Tonight.
think he's having a retirement party as we speak.
That's it. He's done. I'm shocked he's retiring. I don't know why.
Yeah, because if he wanted to, he could still do it. But you know what? Hey, if you can, go ahead.
Yeah.
The road life's not.
Yeah, he's he's in great shape. Maybe got a better job. Who knows? Couldn't take to it.
Taken president.
Yeah. Now D'Lo got involved in this. Thanks for that reminder. D'Lo came down. Aces and eights gear, J Bone, huh? And he Jay.
That was one of the best sky highs I ever seen.
Great sky high.
Awesome.
Sky high. He nailed it was Kenny King, right?
It was Kenny King.
Yeah.
Both times it was Kenny King.
He fucking took him out. And it was great. And then he got through the splash. He tripped a little bit. And then and people were like, whoa, and he's like, no way. And he got back up there and fucking nailed it. Now, if here's the thing, and Bill's probably seen it. If you see D'Lo like outside of this, he has a little bit of a hobble. Like it's just bad knees, years of beating himself up, But man, whatever CBD he rubbed on his knees to do this, like he got out there, man, and he just fucking went for it. He's like, this is my one spot, baby. Just went up there and
there you go. Yeah, it was good, because he chased down Kenny King because Kenny King was in the X division match, earlier in the night. So it was like, oh no, here's where the numbers are going to be off, and this is where it's all going to go downhill. And then D'Lo chased right after him, and it was like, oh, it's D'Lo. So yeah, it was a great spot.
And after he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did after the sky high.
What were you saying, Bill?
Oh no, it's just I think we all with the throwbacks saw how over it was, especially in Nashville. And to see him get that moment with those fans, you could tell everyone still loves him.
Still loved him. The pop was still there. It blew my mind.
Huge pop.
It was great.
And
then Tracy got in there. She got involved. She got almost pile driven by PC fucking O at one point.
She almost broke Maria Kanellis in half with that clothesline.
I was, don't you put your hands on my girl, man.
Yeah.
You let her go. You know who I was shocked did not make an appearance on this? Mind blown. The beautiful people. Like
I thought they would.
Layup. They're two of the biggest names in the company. Like they're
backstage friction, though, right?
No, they're fine. They speak highly of their. They got beef with Dixie though. They don't like Dixie.
Yeah, it's Dixie.
Some reason, but because you look at it, they're both working for the NWA, who mainly does down. That was surprising. They were just on that top 5 knockouts list, tied for number 5. So like they were probably going to at least have some kind of minor thing, maybe involving the influence, but that's with Madison, so maybe not.
Yeah, right here, beef with Madison, and then Davies, the ex, she's Davies' ex-wife. There's a lot of shit going on there.
We can't hear you, Bill.
Maybe Davey cost them the beautiful people.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. They're like, all right, Davey Richards are the beautiful people, Fuck. Like, can we get Samoa Joe? Nope. All right, Davey Richards it is. Sorry.
Oh, Samoa Joe was never even asked.
Well, he worded that very cryptically.
What did he say?
I don't think he was allowed to ask. Sounded like more.
Oh, yeah, maybe that was it.
Interesting. Did he put something out? Did he say something?
Yeah, he did, because I guess a lot of people were saying, like, where was Samoa Joe? Why wasn't Samoa Joe there? What's the deal, Joe? And he said they made some tweet like, I wasn't asked, but then he said I wasn't asked and wasn't something else. But it gave me the impression he wasn't asked because he wasn't allowed. But who knows?
Yeah. Interesting. Oh, well.
I was unavailable. Like, I wasn't asked, but I wasn't available. It was a weird tweet.
That's some Tony Khan going. He's like, if you see their number on your caller ID, you do not answer. Do you understand me? You are mine now. Okay, it is us against the world. Okay, Joseph, do not answer. Scott,
Joseph,
you don't answer.
Joseph.
Originals win. They got the win on this one, big time. Now, the big thing that happened here is that you go to a video package, you see a guy walk. You don't see his face, you see his nice toned body. He walks and he sits down, and goddamn AJ Styles is revealed. Unbelievable. What's the pop in the arena on this one? I don't think the audio did it justice.
It was because you're right. I think some people, like, I knew it as soon as you saw, like, it went to the video. But some people, you saw him sit down, and then I'm like, whoa.
I didn't know until he sat down. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, wait, what? I texted Mark, just fuck me up right now. Just forget it. Just whoop my ass right now.
Moment of the night, I thought.
Where someone said phenomenal in their promo, and I was like, ooh. Oh, when they were talking about the partner. I think it was, I don't know if it was Frankie or one of the other guys, or I don't think it was Saban. It may have been Shelley that said, oh, we're going to have a phenomenal partner tonight. So I think everyone started thinking it. But I'm like, don't even think of it.
It was awesome. I think this was the one that I think that if we didn't get it, we'd all would be talking about it. I'm talking like, if this didn't happen, everybody would be like, I wish AJ could have been there. I wish AJ could have been there. He
was the one.
He was the one that you needed to show. Like, I mean, you could have foregone Angle and Sting, honestly, if you got AJ, because it was like having AJ appear and then to put it over and say, it's, I was built there. This is what made me phenomenal. Who I am today.
It wasn't lip service.
No,
you could tell he actually wanted to do this.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. And then I like it. The tie-in, probably the PR WWE is like, just you gotta drop the name. So he didn't mention it. He goes, thanks to WWE for allowing me to do it because they know how important it is. Check your boxes. That's all. Check your boxes.
Hey, perfect. This was the moment of the night. For me, I kind of figured this was going to happen, but until it happened, it was one of those moments, right? Because you're right. We all would have been. Let's be honest. We would have been complaining like crazy if we hadn't seen AJ.
Yeah.
So
it's the one that you needed. Like I'm talking like you wanted a lot. I wanted Sonny Siaki but I needed it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, no,
D-Ray 3000. I mean,
Slam Zone. I can guarantee you this was a WWE camera that filmed that shit. Like, that was regulated.
Fear the fro, man. Fear the
I
fro.
guarantee Pritchard was sitting on the other side of that thing, going, "Fucking." He's like, "Mention the name. Mention. Hey, you fuck. Mention. Take 8. Mention the name. Like, do not screw this up. You're gonna mention the company name." So, like, that was produced with a WWE 4K, my man. There's no question. What are we looking at here? Oh, Bill's on mute. Something's going on with Bill.
Maybe he's getting arrested for loitering.
That'd be crazy if Bill got arrested.
They're like, why are you still here?
You have to come with us, sir. Aren't you the front row guy? Should have been gone hours ago.
The grounds are closed, sir. You're gonna have to come with us.
Bill, if you can hear us, you're on mute. So I don't know if you purposely went on mute. But
take us to the finish line.
All right, we're at the finish. We got to wrap it up. It's a weekday.
Bill's doing a deal.
Okay, Queen of the Mountain match. First Queen of the Mountain: Jordan Grace, Tasha, Deanna, Chelsea, Mia Yim. I'm gonna be honest, my least favorite one. Because I felt they were all over the place. I don't think they really had a handle on everything.
My least favorite match. Also,
I'm talking the official.
Really?
I'm talking people everybody was all over the place on this.
I said in the Discord, like, I know everybody loves this match, and you guys were all going crazy for it in the watch along. I don't like the King of the Mountain. I thought maybe that the knockouts could save it, but I just find I never know what's going on. Nobody else knows what's going on. It's just kind of a big headache. I'm not a fan of this match at all. I'd much rather see a Full Metal Mayhem or something like that instead.
Jay, before you give your opinion, let me throw this at you because I know you liked it. My buddy referee Nate messaged me and said, "What did you think of the Queen of the Mountain, particularly the officiating?" And I said, "Well, what are you getting at?" And he said how just the officiating was like, it seemed like they were not in cahoots with what was the rules were, and then there was too many really close called spots, like to the point where it's like, hey, ladies, like, are we like tighten this shit up? You know, like, what the hell's going on? But some close call bottom rope spots. The one I remember was the Chelsea Green one. That one freaked me out a little bit.
Are you talking about the ladder with her and Deanna?
Yeah.
Mia Yim push. Did you notice? Okay, that was a scary, scary spot. It reminded me of AC at Bound for Glory a few years ago, right? With that ladder spot in the X Division match.
It was a tough spot. Yeah.
But right before they go down, you can see them holding hands. And one of them highlighted it on social media, but I saw it when it happened. And I thought, man, that's like, what a great moment for best friends. That was some magic captured on film, I thought, in that crazy spot. Like, those two are going to remember that for the rest of their lives. They left that place and they rebuilt themselves. And here they are literally at the top of the world holding hands. Like, I thought it was a beautiful moment. I don't know.
A lot of spots, you know, I think, yeah. And the outcome I didn't like either. I did not like the outcome either. I don't think.
Really?
Jordan, dude, this is
go ahead,
Jordan was my pick.
Mine too.
Really?
Same.
Really?
And it's just Jordan, because Jordan
has all the momentum.
She has been, if you like really watched her body language, her facials. Here's a perfect example. If you look at how she was in this match in just a few weeks past, building up to this.
Oh yeah.
And then you go back to her first knockouts reign, which there was nothing wrong with it, but it was awkwardly timed because it was right. I believe it was right at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So, and that didn't help anyone, you know, and trying to deal with that. And so, which like she's, her wrestling was fine, but from her first run till now and all during the pandemic, oh my God, Jordan has been 1,000% trying to better her muscle mass, her look physically, and it's affecting her confidence in a good way, and just everything she's doing. She's killing it on social media, all the posts. She's probably got the top OnlyFans or Patreon or whatever she runs, as far as she's the one that has been teaching the knockouts how to do their thing, as far as hustling,
Yeah.
It just, everything she's been doing from top to bottom over the last 2 years has been built up to this match. And she just looked like all the girls looked great out there, but there was something about her between like taking bumps to kicking other people's asses. Just, I was like, man, she's ready. She is so ready. Like, I love Tasha, but there was so much going on in this match. And I don't mean that in a negative way. It could have been anyone's game. But right at the end, when you saw Chelsea and Deonna go through the table, I'm like, okay, they're done. They're not coming back from that. They are not coming back from that.
Maybe 40%.
What's her name? Mia Yim got sent to the penalty box.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, she ain't coming back. Now you just got to take care of Tasha Steelz. And once she gave Tasha Steelz the muscle buster, I'm like, that's it. Now go up and get it. So it's just, the ending was perfect in my opinion. A ton of fun. Yeah. There were some really gnarly spots. One of my favorites though, in the whole thing, was Chelsea coming out of the penalty box, jumping through the ropes, through the ladder, and spearing Jordan. I was like,
good spot.
Oh my God. That was one of my favorite spots of the whole night. And just everybody's energy. Okay. And I'm going to call out someone who I heard. I was all excited to hear their response on the radio this morning on Busted Open Radio. And Bully shit all over this. I'm like, but that's all he could do was shit on it. He's like, oh yeah, everyone's energy was real good. And then he just like shit on this and everything else. And I'm like,
the whole show?
Well, they only gave Slammiversary like a half an hour on a 3-hour show. And I'm like,
what the fuck, man? Like,
and
what
it was,
is with
and
this
it was,
constant,
and
like,
it was like all negative. I'm like, and I was so excited to hear their opinions. And I'm like,
why? Just stop listening to them. Honestly, it's a waste of your time. It just sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
They spent an hour and a half on the size of Vince McMahon's dick. I'm like,
you gotta be kidding me.
Serious?
This is wrestling dirt sheets today, guys. I'm serious. Don't pay for this crap like Busted Open and Meltzer. This is bullshit. Like this is fucking journalism today. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah. I don't think anybody thinks it's journalism.
Well, they think they're journalists. How about that, right?
I think there's something.
What a bunch of bullshit. How could you say this show was bad? Like this match, I figured, yeah, I'd say it was clustery because of the rules and like I felt it was all over the place. But in no way could I shit on it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it wasn't perfect, but I'm not gonna shit all over it. They busted their ass in it. The whole show busted its ass. You cannot tell me the show was fucking, I don't even know how you could pick this apart.
He said the audience was dead through the whole show. I'm
what
like,
the fuck? Like, are you kidding? Are you serious? How? They were loud as shit. Anyway,
whatever. Bully Ray is gonna be Bully Ray. Nobody honestly thinks anything of what he says. Everybody knows he's a clown. Who gives a shit?
Obviously
he wasn't invited.
Obviously, that bump he took on NWA affected his hearing a little.
Oh, that's when I turned it off. I missed that. He came out. I turned it off. No bullshit.
I can't believe, like, seriously, anybody that you guys listen to, like, turn those shows off. This is such crap.
Yeah.
But Bill, you're on mute now if you want to jump in on anything. But if you do, but anyway, all right, main event. Before we did though, we go to the back, and this is a moment I thought I was so happy that it happened. We had Our Lady, your one of your favorite backstage announcer, Gia Miller, was there, and she goes, "It's an honor for me to bring the original backstage announcer here," and it was freaking Goldilocks, man. Goldilocks,
very cool. Oh baby!
And I tell you, we have talked about how she needed to be there. It was crucial that they acknowledged her at this place on this show, and they did. So Goldie was there. You could tell she was super overwhelmed. like with the emotion. Like she was so overcome by emotion with it.
Yeah.
I think it was fantastic. So
it was cool seeing our two girls together too. They're both friends of the show. So
yes,
that was neat.
Hell yeah.
We're in good with the backstage announcers. So it was nice that she took the reign. She handed it to Goldie, and Goldie had the honor to interview Gail, who won the poll. And you could tell Goldie was just you could just see it. You could see the emotion on her. So loved it. Loved the moment. Perfect. Scott Hudson and Goldilocks appeared on an Impact pay-per-view in 2022.
And so did David Young.
And David freaking Young.
Right.
And Chase Stevens. And
Scott
Slash.
Hudson.
Yeah, he was Bill. Scott Hudson, man.
We got this guy again.
Look, he was there, but he was definitely there, Bill. Definitely there.
He was there. He was there. Right? But Goldie was there, so it's okay.
Yeah, they cancel each other out. It's like canceling your parents' boats out.
I think Hudson did fine. All right, main event. It is Josh Alexander against Eric Young. Now, we said this at the top of the show. The pacing of the show was so well that no one was tired. I don't know what this Bully Ray is talking about. Dead crowd. They were on their feet during this match. And I was impressed by that because I'm thinking, as much as this show just threw at them, they're still on their feet. And that was one of the most impressive things about it. So I thought that was great. So BS to them being tired. Yeah, there was no Kevin Northcutt.
Yeah, no Kevin Northcutt sightings.
But I'll tell you, it was great. I think these two delivered. Anybody who ever doubted Eric Young, because I know there was a lot of Eric Young in the main event.
Well, but you gotta remember a lot of the poo-pooing for that is from people who are very used to the work rate nature of the business now.
Absolutely.
We knew going into it. I wanted it to be safe, and I can't say I was thrilled it was EY, even though I like EY, but we knew that when it came to storytelling and telling a story in the ring, that's why they booked Eric Young in this match. And it was a big gamble, and it paid off in spades. This match to deliver at the end of a long night with a banger of a card like this and tons of surprises and nostalgia. I was very worried about this match going into it, but both of these guys just really delivered in a tough spot, I thought.
Now, I want to ask anybody in the chat, did you guys catch all the Easter eggs in this match? I'm talking the best moonsault ever, the Uranagi, the guitar shot, the pulling back of the apron, the Sting and Bully right there, pulling back of the apron to the wood spot.
I didn't like that too. They did it on the go home. I did not like that twice. That's my only.
Oh,
that's my
only
complaint.
too? I forgot.
Yes,
yeah.
That's my only complaint with that.
So a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of moves, Styles clash, ankle lock, a scorpion deathlock. I mean, they gave you every Legends move.
Yeah.
And brilliant.
Black hole slam at one
Black
point
hole
too, right?
slam, yeah.
Yeah, Christopher Daniels' best moonsault ever, followed up by the Kurt Angle moonsault.
That's right. Yeah, that too.
And even the AJ Styles Styles clash. Yeah, it was tribute
everything.
after tribute. It was a lot of fun. It was like, oh my God, and how are these guys kicking out of each other's, it's like,
it was
they
cool.
haven't hit their finishers yet. They're hitting everyone else's.
A lot of Easter eggs.
It was really cool.
It was so much fun.
Rogues, black hole.
You know what's good about this match? This is the kind of match you'll go back and rewatch because of the emotion in the story versus like just a good, match you want to see. This will be one you pull up and say, "Oh man, I remember this story in this moment and what was going on in the company at the time." That's the kind of match this was.
Absolutely. Great defense. Josh does defend it. He wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I make a complaint at the end here?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Just to Black after the win? Really?
I agree. I was shocked at that. And Bill, if you can hear us, was there anything after the Josh win? Because they went to Black on the pay-per-view. I imagine Jade and Jet came into the ring, but that was it. Just to Black. I was shocked too. I'm with you.
I was a little surprised. Like I thought there would be like one big thing at the end, like something. But
yeah, storyline. Exactly.
Yeah.
What's our next big storyline for Josh?
Probably just waiting till TV, because that's going to be a big reset on everything.
It just had an anticlimactic feel to it. I felt like there should have been even like the EC3 thing a couple of years ago, right?
That was great.
Yeah,
great.
like just a video package.
Let me put this out there to everybody while we're wrapping up. Match of the night. Put in the chat. What's your number one match or moment of the night?
Oh man, but that's tough though, because you got to separate those, right? The moment has got to be AJ.
Okay, moment and then match. How about that?
Yeah,
moment and match. Moment and match, and then yeah. All right, but get your subs in. Don't forget to like the video. But while we're wrapping up, hit the like button on the video. If you're not sub to the channel. Twitch folks, sub to the channel as well. You know, get in on this, get all that stuff, all the business side of the way. But while we're wrapping up, but no, great show. I think it was a solid. It's a check in the perfect show category. To me, it was just like it went so fast because it was so good, and I truly enjoyed it. I can't wait to watch it again with friends. Like I want to do it in a room with people.
None of the matches were too drawn out. They were all about 20 minutes or less. Too. Yeah, there was no, oh God, okay, I can't wait for this match to be over. It's really good, but there was none of that. There was each match. I mean, some matches went so fast. Like, okay, for example, like the tag match, I felt that was like really fast. Thank you for the super sticker, Jordan.
Thank you so much. From Australia too.
Yeah.
So it's tomorrow there.
It's tomorrow.
I didn't know that money could time travel. Anyway,
it can.
So I felt like everything stayed at a pretty high level, positively, you know, and not that there had to be, like I usually talk about how you gotta have, it's gotta go down, it's gotta go up, it's gotta go down, it's gotta go up to help flow with the show, but this kept going at a pretty high pace, but positively. You know, it wasn't like I needed to come, like sometimes it's so insane you need to come down, you know, for like a follow-up match or something. But this was each match, in my opinion, in my professional podcasting opinion, each match had a great level of excitement, not too much, just enough that was like, oh, you know, some great moves, good storytelling. I thought the main event was it's really close between the last two matches as far as match of the night for me. I thought the women just knocked it out of the park, absolutely, with this Queen. I was a little worried about the Queen of the Mountain match, but I felt these women brought so much energy. And it was so physical. You could tell he wanted it. Like sometimes you'll see women in a match, and I'm not saying this about knockouts, but you'll see women in a match and they just like phoning it in. It's like, oh, here's an elbow. It's like, really?
Like Karl Anderson?
It's like you got
pop, Karl. Machine Gun Anderson, G1 2012 G1 finalist. Karl the Machine Gun Anderson, you punk ass bitch.
It's like you gotta go out there and you gotta make them.
Karl's only giving us 20%. I watched that match. He fucking sucked in it.
Did he really? You think so? Did he half-ass the match? Did he phone it in?
I don't. For all I know, he half-asses every match he has an Impact now. That's what he said. Fuck, I'm taking him at his word, man.
Wait, he said that? Did he say that?
Yeah, he said it in a New Japan interview that he can go out and wrestle in front of 7,000 people, but if it's just a couple hundred people, he ain't showing up for that.
Fuck you, Karl Anderson.
Yep. Fuck you, Karl Anderson. You can eat my dick. So, anyways, I had to get that in for Critical Sting.
As far as moment for me, AMW coming down and cheersing the tag teams, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's my moment for sure.
But match, I gotta give it a tie between both, because Eric Young and Josh Alexander was such a dead heat through the whole match. Yeah. Like no one had a one up where it's like, oh, okay, Now, Eric Young's going to give a beat down on Josh for about 5 minutes and just pummel the shit out of him. And here's a big comeback for Josh. No, it was dead heat the whole freaking match. And it really kind of shocked me. So it just stated that level of excitement, like, oh, counter, move. And you could see it on Eric Young's face, like, damn, I'm throwing all this shit at him. And it just, I mean, they both brought a good amount of offense. It just really surprised me, but in a good way. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, for me, last two matches of the night, Moment, AMW, I thought that was so cool. Cause I'm like, okay, after the Briscoes and Good Brothers, I'm like, they're just kind of like staring at each other. I'm waiting for someone to throw a fist. Exactly, Oreo. See, Oreo agrees.
Yeah, you hear like the fucking music. You know, we find the defendants guilty. I'm like, oh, what? No, dude, I flipped. No, good shit. Mark, moment and match.
AJ is my
AJ moment.
Yeah,
match.
for match, it's a really tough call, but the Ultimate X was my match of the night. This was such a good Ultimate X. I don't know. Maybe it was because it was the first match, and if I go back and rewatch the matches out of order, I might have a different opinion. Because Moose and Sami were amazing.
Yeah, Moose and Sami were fantastic.
The main event was great.
Moose and Sami, match of the night.
Match of the night for Bill. Moose
it was a good
Sami.
match. Good match.
But you can't really argue almost any match. That's how good the show was.
That's tough. It's tough.
The only match I didn't love was the Queen of the Mountain, and that's just because it's a rules-based thing. I don't think anybody in that match I would have enjoyed the match. It has nothing to do with any of the participants.
I'm with same thought I have. I think it just had a lot going on. I think they were all too busy trying to remember what all the rules were, and you could tell a couple times even the refs didn't like they jumbled instructing things, and it was like it was whatever.
My only criticism on the Queen of the Mountain match is seeing how physical Mickie James got at one point of the match. She actually prevented Chelsea Green from becoming champ. She like knocked her down or knocked the championship out of her hand or whatever happened. And I was like, whoa. Part of me was like, hey, that's too far. That's too much. Like, be an enforcer, like make sure they're getting in and out of the cage, like be the muscle for that. But then I'm like, wait a minute, there's no rules, there's no DQ. She is allowed to do that. It was just surprising. So maybe that's gonna lead to something in the tapings, like Mickie
James have beef, remember, J-Bone.
They do have beef. That was there.
Mickie did mention it on Twitter too. So
okay.
Yeah, which is great because I was just saying I love having Mickie back as an enforcer, but I really wanted a match. It's nice to know she's going into a program and they're going to continue the thing with Chelsea. I'm very happy about that.
If it makes a new tag team feud like Chelsea and Purrazzo versus Mickie and I don't know, like throwing a name, I don't care, but
Gail.
Oh, I wish.
I wish.
Hey, Gail made an appearance. That was great too. You had Gia, Goldie, and Gail all in the same segment, giving each other love, giving love to, and that was right after the Queen of the Mountain match. So there was a lot of love for that too. So yeah, ton of fun.
What is this conversation about Mark's wife having a what?
Mark Briscoe.
Oh, God. I was like, why are they talking about your wife who has not been pregnant in 10 years?
Yeah, 11 years. Yeah.
Damn, Mark, what's going on?
Jesus Christ.
I took care of my business is what's going on.
I
was like, I'm fucking done.
Oh, you fucking cut the supply off, huh?
Bro, two's enough.
Two's perfect.
Yeah, two's good.
I'm gonna go. I love the main. I think the main was done very, very well. From excitement point of view, I think Sami and Moose I felt the heat from the feud on that one.
I miss Sami, so I'm sorry. I'm just gonna throw this in there. I miss Sami so much. I forgot. Yeah, that's oh god, that was close tie for second is Sami and Moose.
Yeah.
That was so good.
I just felt the heat from them,
Yeah, great match.
So I was
Did
like,
you notice too?
bro?
I mean, there was a little bit of worry in this match too. When Sami went for the DVD, you could see him favoring his right leg, and he adjusted, but it was fine. And he managed to get off a couple clean pile drivers. So he looked really good from what I didn't know what to expect, honestly, because he's coming back off a big injury.
I hope what's going to help is like, he obviously couldn't work out. So he is bigger than he was when he left.
Yeah.
So he's got to get back in that ring shape, alleviate some stress on the ankle. Like, it's going to be a bit until you see Sami really in like more of a match. I expect brawls from Sami right now. Yeah. So be ready for that, which is fine because I like him as a brawler. So I always enjoyed him as a wild brawler. That to me, he's Terry Funk. So yeah, that's what I want. Moment definitely. Man, AMW was great for me. Tenille and West video made me cry though. I will say that.
What about AJ?
It's there, but I'm like, I don't know where to put all this, man. I mean, AJ just fucked me up.
AJ
just rocked my shit. I was like, God damn it. Like what the hell is happening? It was awesome. AJ was just amazing that it was allowed to happen. And it's amazing to think that in today's world, the WWE was like, go ahead.
They got bigger fish to fry. Yeah. They don't give a fuck about what's going on at Impact.
They're probably thinking all the favor they can get right now.
Yeah, exactly. Any goodwill they can get is probably on the table right now.
Fucking Roman Reigns walking to the Impact Zone tomorrow, be like, what's up, everybody? Acknowledge me.
I'm here for more belts. Give me all your belts too.
And like, what are you doing here? Like, man, we need some PR over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll put over fucking Mike Bailey right now. Some shit like that. Like,
wait, Bailey's better than Reigns.
Who's a bigger star? Mark? Come on, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it's clearly Mike Bailey. I don't even know anything about Roman Reigns. I don't know shit about him.
I want to see Roman and Moose go at it one day. That'd be amazing. But
Roman's the bloodline, though. For God's sake,
I love the acknowledge me thing. I don't know why. I fucking love. I think it's so over the top. Like it's so basic. But the build acknowledge me. I'm like,
I gotta say this real quick, and then we'll wrap it up because I'm gonna get so much heat for saying this, but I don't give a fuck. The first time I heard that was when I watched this last WrestleMania, and he comes out in the middle of the ring and says, "Acknowledge me," and the stadium just, and I was like,
that company.
What the hell was that?
That company has always been great with these little catchphrases, and nobody else does it. I'm like, why doesn't everybody else take these hints? Like that shit just you have to beat people over the head with those things, and it works eventually, man.
The KISS principle: keep it simple, stupid.
That's it.
It works. It works.
Yep,
it works, man. I love the Violent by Design saying, the world doesn't belong to you, it belongs to us. They beat me over the head with it. I'm like, what a cool line, even though it's like a basic line, it's like nothing to it, but I'm like, that's kind of cool. I
sorry about your damn luck.
Oh, that's one of the best ones of all time. So anyway,
shorts. Smell you later.
Smell you later. we strayed, but anyway, great show. Definitely a home.
We strayed. Us?
We strayed, yeah. Great show. Total home run. I am.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, I encourage you to watch it. It's worth the money. Get your hands on it. It is definitely a show that to me is like, it's a classic wrestling pay-per-view that caps off a very important corner of a company. Like wrestling can end tomorrow, and it's like, man, what a nice prize piece this was. To say like we encompassed everything into this,
Yeah.
It's a great representation of the company, of the history. I think it was very well done. I would love if the DVD includes backstage, footage, any kind of B-roll of like the classics running around, the
Everything
originals.
Goldie.
Yeah, Goldilocks running around. I mean, I'm talking like enhance the DVD or the stream release, like where there's B-side, B-roll. I mean, I'm talking like make this day, like keep milking this day for a while. I know there was
all on Impact Plus.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I hope. I know there was a film photographer there, like a guy doing classic film-like storyboard type photography was there. They hired some guy to do it. So I don't know what the plan is with that, but that's very photo book style stuff. So maybe there's a scrapbook coming. Maybe there's a program, something coming from this, because I did see that guy was there and he was posting about it, and he's a very, very good photographer. So I'm hoping it's a photo book. That'd be really cool to get like a scrapbook photo book of the night of the weekend.
And there's no guarantee that this celebration doesn't run through BFG. So who
Absolutely. Knows? I think you should. I think milk this through BFG as the Impact 20 BFG too. Why not?
Yeah, I agree.
I think don't stop here.
It'd be a great 3-4 month ish thing to do for just at least through the summer. That'd be great leading into the fall. Just focus on this, focus on that.
Yeah.
So, this week do a greatest, and I've noticed that they have been uploading a lot of fun packages of stuff, videos to YouTube for the insiders. So that is cool.
I was gonna say, so I know there's tours coming up in the summer. Good shit. They're in Chicago in August. I know that. So if anyone wants to come and hang out, August will be Chicago.
Front row bone.
And there was some stuff being talked about with Chicago going on. So there's people in Chicago already that may
Trent is like Mr. Vague book on the fucking air. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I can't say too much. I don't know. I gotta wait till I get the whole.
There's a guy who knows a guy.
Well, okay. Look, there was people who saw Danny Daniels there. Like they're like, oh, he's the owner of AAW. He's walking around the fucking arena. Hanging around with these guys. Like, I mean, put two and two together. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people were like tweeting it, for God's sake. Look at the fucking AAW guy. The heel ref from ECW is walking around over here. Like that's so shit. So anyway,
I thought it was an explosion flashback.
Yeah, right. He's probably down there negotiating the release of his explosion match. Like, can you release the fucking match? But anyway, great show. Give it a run, everybody. I highly encourage it. But
watch the pre-show too. Normally, I don't say go out of your way, but go out of your way for that pre-show.
Yeah, it's
reverse battle royal.
Yes,
yes,
good
sir.
Shit. Good shit. And Bill, we talked about the guy who wouldn't move his goddamn belts for Mike Jackson to walk through. You have to keep waiting for the guy to
Two thumbs down. Tyrus Hall of Shame.
That damn guy. But all right, and you're right there, T. Hughes. That is absolutely right. That is where it's going to be. So, all right. But let's get out of here, guys. Let's go ahead. And if you guys want to come to Chicago, let me know. But let's get out of here. But check it out. Great show. Impact Wrestling. Happy 20. A hell of an effort. I think you guys nailed it. I can't wait for the TV tapings that are coming out of this. So we will get out of here. Join us. Today's Monday. Family dinner on Patreon tomorrow. Patreon.com/WeTalkImpact. If you're a patron, you get a bonus show tomorrow. And then you have TNI UK on Wednesday. Flagship review on Thursday.
Fallout
from this. So don't miss this one. This is a big one. Don't miss it. Get the fallout from it and check it out. Big thanks to everybody who did a super sticker today. We love you. Very, very nice of you guys to do that. Very, very kind of you guys to donate to the cause and keep this thing going. It's really, really cool. So thanks for doing that, guys. Also, be sure to follow everything. The Discord link is in the description below. Discord is hopping. Mark is basically admin of the Discord. So he makes sure that is running.
Basically live there.
Yeah, he lives in the Discord. So there's a lot of fun all day. All you guys, a bunch of you guys are in the Discord hanging out, just having fun in there. So come join the Discord. The link is in the description. Check it out. And then we're at We Talk Impact on us. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at We Talk Impact. Plus, audio is on all the audio platforms: Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. Just give it a rate, give it a review, and give it a sub. We appreciate it, guys. And then the merch on Spreadshirt. Go to Spreadshirt. The link is in the description below also, but just go to Spreadshirt, look up Total Nonstop Impact on Spreadshirt or ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. New stuff is up there as well, so give it a look. But guys,
including the new Saban shirt.
Yes, real quick.
Would have been a lot cooler if I had a Saban section shirt.
Yes, it would have been cool if you had the Saban section shirt at the old Asylum. But we did a special release for Impact 20 with our buddy First Sabanite, who was part of the Saban section in the original Asylum. There was a whole gang of dudes who were big Saban fans. They had their own merch. Chris even has a shirt. Chris retweeted this out, to put it over to everybody that, oh my God, they're reprinted the Saban shirt, which I subtly did in J-Bone and I. We decided it's in University of Michigan colors. Michigan, Motor City, the home of the Motor City is Michigan. So it's Michigan State colors. Oh, I thought that was a nice little touch. But anyway, Saban liked it. He put it back out to his folks. So we thank you for that. But that was a collab with the with the Saban section dudes from 20 years ago.
Awesome.
Cool. But we're going to get out of here, guys. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Share the review around. If you're on Reddit, Twitter, whatever, share that we did a review. Get it out there. Let people hear it. Love to hear everybody's feedback. And then we are going to wrap it up. All right. We will see you family dinner tomorrow. Patreon. If you're not on Patreon, join us on Patreon. And you can get all these other bonus shows and keep hanging out with us. But it's real cheap. Patreon.com/WeTalk. All right. We're out here, everybody. Have a great night. It was nice to be back for one night only here review. So thanks for having me, everybody. This is Trent. This is Mark. This is J-Bone and Bill on the road. We are Total Nonstop Impact.